the zinger. I don't even know if I'm live yet. This is crazy, folks. This is crazy. Crazier than my hair, which is actually tame. Like, yeah, it's just being pretty well behaved tonight. We don't hate it. Someone on the street here in New York City was like, "I love your hair," and that felt really nice. We don't get those comments out where I live. All right, I hope I'm gonna do like some tests because it's not even my laptop. It's not my cameras. It's not nothing of mine. So probably a little bit of a rough start. We already had to delay it by like 30 minutes, but now we are live. So give me a second. I have my laptop on the side, which I do hear. Wow, not bad with this little microphone. It's just a little dinky Yeti. Look at this, tiny little thing. But it is coming through. We're gonna test some of the other screens real quick. So bear with me. We've got table coming through. I believe you can still hear me. Yes, you can. Ambient. Hey, but for like a 30-minute thrown together little rig, I'm pretty impressed. With how this worked out. Frames look decent as well. Not dropping any frames. That's nice. We're just on public Wi-Fi. I wish every convention center was this nice. We're at 30 FPS. I could bump that to 60, but I think we'll just play it safe. This webcam, I don't even think could do 60 FPS if it wanted to. It's just a little Logitech. But how's everyone in the chat? I see Donald. I see Erica. I see Matthew. Erica, good to see you in the live coverage. This is going to be a lot of fun. I wish with all my heart to play draft with Yuanji and the rest of New York City. But I can't because they wanted me to cast these games. I'm pretty excited to do that as well. I think it'll be really cool just to see a lot of very high-level players. Like New York's freaking loaded. And the table setup's going to be pretty nice to see a lot of the action. It's pretty minimalist overlay. Pretty minimalist. We've got FaBrary in the house. Huge sponsor, Phil. Phil dropped playmats on all of us. Big surprise. But those playmats are actually, I think he's giving out as gifts. I don't know if he's actually selling them. But he gave me one. And here we have them on stream as well. So we're going to be, unfortunately, I think a little tied up. And the second camera is how we can actually spy on the draft process and actually get a look at how that's going. So hopefully that gets fixed because it is supposed to be a 2-cam setup at least. Riku, it's going well. I mean, you know, why don't I just fill some air, right? I'm good at rambling. I'll fill some air while we wait for this to get set up. This morning, woke up crack of dawn to drive out to Ithaca, which is like an hour away from where I live. Because Sandro, aka Woman Sant, my 5-year partner, had class in the morning, so we rushed out there, got a nice breakfast burrito that I thought was homemade. She thought it was it was like a frozen thing. Couldn't come to agreement on that. Got her to class, and then I actually met up with my sister, who was randomly also in Ithaca. She doesn't live there. She was just visiting because she's filming a documentary. So that was cool. Hung out with her. I got some bagels, and then jumped on a flight to New York City. Got to New York City and thought I had the map planned out. The route was going to be easy. Just jump in on the air train, then the J, get myself here. Of course, I got distracted by a lovely violin player on the subway, gave him a lot of money, also missed my stop. So then I got off like 3 stops beyond where I was supposed to go. I asked a policeman how to turn around. He sent me to the other side of the platform. Turns out I should have stayed on the same side of the platform. Had to communicate a bit better, I guess. So I wait for my train. It doesn't come. I see it on the other side of the platform. I'm like, that's interesting because he told me to swap. I'm just gonna wait. So I wait a little bit longer, but like 20 minutes goes by and the right train doesn't come. Okay, this is crazy. I go back under, stand on the right side. Train comes in like 2 minutes. I couldn't check my phone because I was underground, right? It's New York subway, so I couldn't confirm whether I was on like the right J or Z, whatever. But we did finally get there. It was like a 30-minute mistake because of that darn violin player. Then we ended up where I needed to be. Tried to get bubble tea, but the place was absolutely packed. So I just wandered around, ended up at a Starbucks, and had the most disgusting cold brew of my life. But that's par for the course. It's what I get for stopping at Starbucks. And then we ended up here. Then we ended up here in Bat Haus, and it is kind of crazy. They double booked this location, unbeknownst to the Flesh and Blood people. They thought they had the whole venue for Flesh and Blood. Turns out there's another party going on with like Dominion or something. It's like hardcore board games going on right there. You're going to see a lot of people walking. They're mostly there for the board game thing. So this venue is like packed, and they have me in basically like a Harry Potter closet. The stairs are right here. And I don't even know if anyone knows I'm here, to be honest. I don't know if anyone knows I'm here. I don't know if we'll have any guests. I haven't barely been able to talk to anybody because I just showed up and they're scrambling, right? So they're like, we're double booked. We don't know what's going on. Here's the bag with all our stuff. Like, please make it work. So I've been working with just a handful of people to try to pull this together. But I think we'll be fine. Let's just check on that second camera still. Second camera's still not working. Maybe I should run upstairs. But without an ambient cam, how can I leave? Without an ambient cam, how can I leave? I'll just text him. Let's see what's up, Adam. Anyway, it's been a action-packed day already, and we're going to be here for like 3 hours. So, just more to come. All right, where's Adam? Adam. Okay, how is the camera coming? He might actually think it's working. He may not know it's not working. That is totally possible. All right, well, Erica and Riku, that was my answer to how's it going. That's my answer. Random Effect, good to see you. Darth Prentice, those are sexy playmats. Phil is such a homie. And Random, hey Ethan in chat. Donald, Adam.
Hey, how's it going, Ethan?
Come on in.
Oh, thank you. I guess now.
Yeah, we went ahead and jumped live because I bumped it back and figured, you know what? Best to just start on time.
That's awesome.
People are here. We got 30 people in the chat hanging out. What's the update? What's happening upstairs?
Well, everybody's chilling out upstairs. We are. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
The draft is underway. We're having a lot of fun. We got cold ones for a cold one going on. So it's the fun thing we do here. If you pull a cold foil in your pack, you can stand up, you can yell cold foil, and we will bring you a beer.
Or a hard seltzer if you're a weak one like me.
Or if you're, you want a regular seltzer too. We have some non-alcoholic options. But we're having a great time. And I'm upstairs trying to help out, getting your Ambient cam up.
Did you see?
Do we? Well, I'm going to keep trying up there. If not, we can use a different camera. Because we have you actually are the far superior technical knowledge streamer, if you guys didn't guess that out there. We can get the GoPro up there.
Yeah, whatever works. The GoPro won't feed through the HDMI, though. That's going to be the RTMP.
Yeah, not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, which actually is a bit tricky because you need like special software on your computer.
Okay. Well, either way, we're going to have I think we have a bunch of tables who are getting to their third pack, and we're going to try to get to round one. Excuse me, a few seltzers myself. A few hard seltzers. Hard seltzer pride.
That is my number one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're going to get to streaming some games for you guys. Awesome. Whew. All right.
I hear some Oz.
It's a big hit. I'll go figure out what it is.
Where's that ambient cam? I want to see it. Adam.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm working on it.
So Adam's actually one of the organizers here. Forgot to say that. He is one of the organizers of this whole event. It's just two people who threw this together. Adam and Cooper. And they invited me in. I think they thought I lived a lot closer to the city. I live in Farmville, USA, upstate New York. So this was like not easy to get to. But they are awesome. I wish I lived closer. It'd be so cool to just travel out and have big events like this. There's like 50 people upstairs. Like 50 people. So yeah, quite a lot happening here. Quite a lot. And like you said, right now, I guess they started the draft. I didn't even know that. But basically, the theme of tonight is just a release party for outsiders. There's going to be drafts until, I think, 11. So there's a bunch of pods going on. We'll just catch some games on camera with some of the more standout players in the area. Like Yanji's here. I think Michael Fang might be here. So we'll try to get them on cam. Why not? Cast some good stuff. And keep drinking. Maybe we'll go a hard seltzer around. That's a lot for me. It's a lot for me. I'm like an amaretto sour type of guy. I drink one, and I'm good. I'm definitely not a Kale McCreath. That's for sure. Not a Kale McCreath. Not a Bravo player. Us Levi players apparently pretty weak. You know, we just get high off bloodlust. We don't need no alcohol. How does an armory become a super armory? That's a good question. So, super armories are normally tied to things like SCG-Con, I guess maybe even like Pro Tours and things like that. But a super armory is basically a month's worth of the prizing all in one event. So, normally you've got like 4 cold foils to give away. You've got allotted prizing all the way down. A super armory just gives it all away all at once. So, for this kind of like release party, they contacted LSS and asked, is it okay to just give away like the whole month's kit tonight? And LSS said, yeah, why not? Celebrate outsiders. So that's what we're doing. There's definitely more prizes than that have been added in. I mean, this thing actually got crazy. It started small, and now we're over 50 people. So everyone's just here celebrating. There's some new players as well. I don't know if they walked in because of like the Dominion thing happening in the other room, or how they found out about it. But there's like actually a lot of new people interested in Flesh and Blood. Maybe just due to the venue, maybe due to Outsiders itself. But it's really cool. I wish I could play, like honestly. Emerald Sour is your favorite drink too?
Okay, sorry. Hey, stream. I'm reporting back.
Yes.
We had the cold foil codex, or the fancy one, the Marvel Codex of Frailty.
That is hot.
Those
are
hot.
So hard to pull too. I've seen some insane pull rates.
It's awesome.
Well done. Who was it? Anyone?
Julian. Actually, it's like the best possible universe because it was like a very new player.
Amazing.
I believe their first event was just this past pre-release, and then they decided to come tonight and to be with us as part of our New York community. And I couldn't be happier. It's like the best possible world.
Right. Now let's hope they don't, Charizard it and just sleeve it naked into a binder.
We won't let them. We won't let them.
Okay, good.
All right, let's see.
What do we know about the camera?
So
any update?
I'm working it. What I'm going to try to do is
just the magic unplug, replug,
this and move it to
like number 3.
3 and see what happens. I think it might just be like a cable issue.
Uh-oh. Were these the cables I linked to? Because they look a little different, actually.
I think these cables are less expensive than the cables you linked me. Which might explain what's happening.
You got to invest in the stream. This is actually like pretty slick.
We're trying.
It's pretty slick.
Okay.
All right, we're going to test it.
Yeah. Keep working on it. That's not true. My camera at home works beautifully. I think it might be actually a connection issue. They're a little heavy. I think I have to go and just like wire it better with some more gaff tape.
Yeah, so I kind of like gave a bunch of slack like near for the output, right? Just so it doesn't tug. So maybe
we will try. We'll try.
See. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Just a question before we get started, because you're gonna have games to stream here in a minute either way, which is gonna be awesome. Thank you for standing by, chat. Thank you for standing by, Man Sant.
Where is this happening? New York City, by the way.
Oh yeah, great question. Hey, stream. It's really awesome. So do you want me to talk a little bit about...
Oh yeah, so I introduced you right after you left because someone said that was a cool guy, but they didn't know anything about you.
Thanks,
so
I'm cool.
I gave you the whole spiel.
That's amazing.
Organizer, founder of Ironsong. What else do you want to tell the people?
Co-founder. So myself and my bud Cooper got together. We're both tournament organizers here in the city. We have a very large community. If there's anyone out there who's in like an area doesn't have a ton of players or chilling out, is wondering, is Fab vibrant? Yes. We were shooting to have 20 to 24 players here tonight. That was our goal for our very first event. Tonight we have 67. We have 67 players here tonight.
No way, you told me 50, and I thought that was crazy. 67, blown it out the water. Well done.
Yeah. We actually ran out of chairs. We actually ran out. We had exactly enough chairs for exactly the number of players. If that's not a beautiful twist of fate, I don't know what is.
It's okay. We stole a couple from the Dominion players as well, so they might be standing. That's fine. Subpar game.
Yep. Also, for anyone out there who wants to set things up, who wants to run their own tournaments and start something up, we have no budget. We have no real support except from our lovely FLGS, who's providing our armory kit tonight and letting us run off site. Just do it.
And some sponsors, right? So unfortunately, it's going to look a bit ugly.
No official support, but we have lovely, amazing community members and sponsors.
All right, one second. Let me pull up the sponsors on this screen so you can hear us.
Amazing. Woo! I love it.
There we go. So these on the top of the screen here are some community sponsors who jumped in. Bearish.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we're...
Oh, do you want? Oh yeah, you can do the rundown, or I can do the rundown because you might get tired of doing it.
Yeah, actually, here you take.
Do you
us
want me
off.
to do it?
Introduce the sponsors for us.
Sweet. We made it. Look at this. We're trying to be organized. We have clipboards, everybody. Isn't that crazy? We have some sponsors. We want to shout out to Bearish, who are just fantastic. They make cases for all your spiffy packs, case boxes, and booster boxes. They're also amazing guys who just love playing Fab. I had a phone call with them, and the phone call was literally like, we're going to do a 10-minute check-in. And I was like 3 beers in, an hour, 20 minutes later, just hanging out with those dudes. They love Fab. They love supporting Flesh and Blood players, communities, and they make amazing products. Okay, straight real talk.
Can we show?
Oh my God, yes.
Because I haven't seen a Bearish case.
I'm gonna go get some.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a couple.
Yeah,
we actually got to get those out. We have like stacks on stacks. It's amazing.
All right, you can feel the energy, right? A lot of chaos, but these guys are awesome. I'm the right person to be involved in some chaos. I'll tell you what, especially after a couple more of these hard sells. Whew, we'll get there. So thanks for sticking around still. Like I said, probably shouldn't have started it for like another 30 minutes because we're still having some issues. But at least we can hang out, intro the stream, get everyone vibing before we jump into some games. So actually, quick, let's test the waters. Who saw me cast the sealed games from Fab Unsealed yesterday? That was so much fun. I don't think anyone was there. There were like 5 viewers, man. What happened? Oh, okay, Adam's back. Rant over.
Okay, so first... The guys at Bearish are fantastic. We are giving this away tonight to our player community. This is...
No way. Is that for... No. Unlimited?
Yeah, and look at this. It's like, I honestly thought, like...
Hold it up.
Yeah. Oh, see, thank you, Streamer Tips. All right, hold on. I thought these were just, like, acrylic boxes. During our, like, hour, 20-minute, like, beer chat, buddy, like, instant best friends, they gave me the rundown. These things are actually custom engineered just to hold Fab products. You can see like this guy like slides on off beautifully. Way. It's a beautifully engineered box.
And it's custom fit for Fab, right?
Yeah, so there's no shifting, there's no going, and it's not under any tension. There's nothing like clamping down or like poking it or anything like that. It's just beautiful. It's got like beautiful sliding. The logo is like amazing. I wish I was even doing like a product placement thing here right now because I'd probably be more scripted. I am personally excited about this acrylic box.
And they also have, what is it, a pack box as well? Is that what?
I'm repping one.
I was hyped
well
for that. Looking at it right here. This one's so cool to me. I've not seen this before.
We're giving every person who comes tonight, hopefully, we have maybe enough players. We're going to have to give them some like crazy cold foils or something in lieu of this.
Can I be counted in that?
You can be counted in that.
Yes!
We'll get you something then. So check this out. We got, you can see that everyone who comes tonight, hopefully, we have a ton of them, but is going to get one of these Outsiders packs in this beautiful, like, custom acrylic case. Once again, it is a perfect fit for the pack. So, maybe Outsiders may not be your choice to put in an acrylic pack because, it came out yesterday or today.
Everyone wants to bust these puppies. Yeah.
Everyone wants to bust these, right? But if you do have something you want to protect, this is literally the best thing I've ever touched. It's kind of cool. I thought it was a little bit of a hassle, but last night I cracked open. I got really good at it. You just put like a tiny little like screwdriver in there and tweak it. It pops right open. It doesn't just like flex open, which I first thought was like, okay, that's like an efficiency problem. It is so perfectly in here. Mm-hmm. It is under no tension. It is not being poked. It is not being punched. Like, look how flat that is. If you want to preserve a pack, like if you've got an alpha pack, if you've got a crew pack, if you've got like an Arcane Rising first pack, this is what you want to put it in. Period. End of story. Like there's no better product that exists.
I believe it. Sure.
It is fantastic. Shout out to Bearish.
Are they actually based in New York at all? Or
they're based, I believe, those guys. Oh my god, this is what we got to that about 2.5 beers in. Hold on. I believe they're in Pennsylvania. And I just contacted them. I emailed them and said, hey guys, look, we're starting up a tournament. It's fan run. It's community run. We're an armory. but we want to be big. We want to bring the whole city together.
You're a 67-person armory, so, you know, congrats.
We're a 67-person Super Armory. Thank you. And they reached out. They sent us a huge case of product, and we're just like, go. We love Fab. We love these players. We love communities. Give us a shout out. That's all we want. They're the coolest guys, period. Go to Bearish if you need cases ever in your whole life.
Sweet.
All right.
And that's only one.
That's only one. Okay.
Adam can go, baby.
I can't stop talking. It's my wife thinks it's I think it's a talent. My wife doesn't agree.
In the meantime, do you want me to be trying to fix the camera or
if you want, because there might be a setting or something.
Okay. I'm gonna
do a stream takeover. Woo,
I'm gonna go play with it.
Okay. I'll take over. What's up, guys? It's me, Adam. I'm here now. All right, let's get in Ethan. Oh my God, Ethan's got the cozy chair. Oh, this guy's spoiled. I love it. All right, chat. Let's keep talking. We have Metal Fab tokens. Guy, I think he's really fantastic. Metal Fab tokens are beautiful. These are the ones that LSS was giving out at official events pretty recently, which is rad. And we got them on board as a sponsor. Like, they're super, super cool guys. And they love supporting us, and they're fantastic. That's all I got to say about that. We'll show you some of those in a little bit. I got to get them out. We're an event. We're a little crunched on time. It's our first one, so we didn't get a proper unpack yet. We're working on it. Sky Steel Forge. Oh my God. I'm going to get these too. I'm going to come down and do like a prize walkthrough with you guys, because we have beautiful things that you need to see.
Right, 1 second. I think I fixed it.
You fixed it?
Let's test.
Let's do it. No, it's not fixed.
Okay, nope. Back to try again.
Ooh, I know that Hadrix there in chat was not talking to me, but I'm gonna pretend you were talking to me. My favorite card in Outsiders so far in Draft and Sealed was Pendulum Trap. I think that's it, Pendulum Trap. That's the one that discards cards off the top of your opponent's deck. Yeah, that card has milled me twice already. Oh, hey, Andy. Yeah, you saw Leo run past? Yeah, he's mucking about, going crazy. All right, and then what do we got? Yeah, I'm going to bring you guys down the Skysteel stuff. They're fantastic. They're ludicrously nice. I can't believe we get to give them away tonight. I want one. I'm going to order myself a Katsu. They're hero tokens. They are laser etched and hand finished. They're beautiful. Steven over at Skysteel Forge gave us fantastic pieces. He gave us 3 of them and a playmat to give away, which is ridiculous. I'm going to bring this down so you guys can see it. Finally, FaBrary. Shout out to FaBrary. They're going to be running this stream and the follow-up VODs for us. FaBrary, the founder, is a local, super awesome guy. Has the best website, period. Like, for making fab decks, like, there's no contender at this point. Totally crazy, run by one guy. Get on his Patreon. If you're not a FaBrary Patreon, you need to be a FaBrary Patreon. Yeah, those are our sponsors. Well, hey, I guess we just get to chat now. I can tell you guys a little bit about this. So we, Cooper, my fellow co-founder, and I, we just love Fab. We're tournament organizers, and we decided to run a big, cool event, and we got lots of support from all the wonderful people that I just told you, from our community members. We're calling ourselves, as an event, because we need a name, the Ironsong Society. But, you know, at the same time, like, anyone who comes here is a member of the Ironsong Society. Like, if you attend an event, you're showing us support, you're showing yourself support, you're showing your community support. This is essentially a non-profit event. Our FLGS is obviously contributing and making some money when we sell packs and other stuff like that. But we're not taking anything home. We're doing this because we love Fab. We're doing this because Fab is an awesome game, and we genuinely love our community here. There's, I think, 67 was our last count of players.
Bye, Adam.
Oh, bye. Bye, Lee. Thanks. You are wonderful volunteers, our staff members. Like Lee, who just said goodbye. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, Riku, it is awesome. It's, the Pendulum Trap is fantastic. It is a little difficult to trigger. That is true. But not that difficult. Oh, hi again. You're back. Anyway. So yeah, get out, do stuff. If you want to hang out with your pals more. If you want to be... Oh, we got people walking by. Who was that? Was that Leo again? Whew. What was I saying? Oh, right. If you want to be hanging out with your pals, if you love your Flesh and Blood community, make an event. Drive yourself crazy. Who is that? Leo? Is that you? You guys trolling me now. He knows he's there. You guys got to tell me who that is. Whew. All right. Shout out to Man Sant, by the way, for coming down. What a dedicated guy. I sent him a message and was just like, hey, do you want to come stream this event? And he's like, yep. It was awesome. Oh, hey there. Oh, I like answering chat. If you're in chat, shoot me some more heyos. Yeah, Riku, it is. A Mill Ranger is dope. It's really cool. So your arrow is like infecting shot, right? That's a ton of damage. Like a red infecting shot is basically a 1 for 7 if it hits. So they have to spend 2 cards to block your 1 card, right? So since your on-hits are so great, you can keep pushing those arrows at them. If you get enough cards in your draft, you can definitely mill them out. Even if you don't trigger a pendulum trap, just by being really efficient. I think it's definitely going to be an archetype. I think it totally exists, and I think it's really good against like assassins and stuff. I may have done some online drafting, and I've been beaten by it before. So it's super rad. You should give it a try. You should definitely try it. And it works really well with Riptide, in my experience so far. All right. That's awesome. All right, we're going to have some games streaming very shortly. I can hear people milling about upstairs. I think we're about to start round 1. And it is totally crazy that I think we're actually going to be on time for round 1, which is totally ludicrous. I thought we would be like an hour behind tonight. But that is false. We are going to be on time and having a great time. Although I do hope I have to go push people to be on time. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's what happened last night. We actually had 2 Rangers at the table, but they took such different strategies that they didn't cannibalize each other's cards, and they both ended up with incredible decks. We did a little draft last night. I won't tell you where. Technically, it was like an hour prior to street date, I guess. We used packs from our pre-releases though, so we did it legit. And yeah, I got wiped out. The person who ended up winning the draft, and we had some pretty competitive players there sitting around, some very good players. The person who won was actually the Mill Ranger, which was insane. And very cool. We had a great time. This is, in my opinion, this is the best draft format. I don't know if you guys have opinions or if you've played it yet. Probably. Maybe haven't. Okay. Oh, Ethan. Hey, what's up? Midset's back.
One more time. I tried so many different settings. Please. No.
Oh, no. That's okay. We'll get...
No, it's button 3, isn't it? Oh, dang.
Nothing?
No, that's
Try turning off button 2.
Turning off button 2.
It's crazy. That camera is acting up.
Yeah, that's not doing it. We can instead try to run it with my Elgato. Let me try that.
Okay, yeah, let's try it. I think I'm doing great here.
Can you pass me the black bag?
Sure. Although, if you give me 1 minute, I gotta go downstairs and make sure they're moving along to round 1.
Yep.
I'll be right back, stream. I'll be right back.
Oh, actually, excuse me. Where is my Elgato? Oh, the horrors of not using my own technology. I can't figure out what the problem is. It's stressing me out. But we're going to try a couple different things. Of course, as soon as I went upstairs, there's like 20 people trying to say hi, which feels awesome. Okay. I don't think anyone knows I'm here, which is really funny. Alright, we're going to plug that in. We're going to see if that feed comes through, okay? Bear with. I'll do studio mode so you can at least still see me. Let's delete this. How was Adam? You guys like Adam? I like Adam. I like Cooper a little more. Don't tell Adam. You haven't met Cooper yet. He's just so charming. Let me see. Actually, that's not even true. I take that back. Someone in the chat probably knows Adam. I like Adam a lot. But from their videos, Cooper just has like such a soft voice. I was so excited to meet him in person. I just needed to see like was that like an online tone or does he actually talk that way? And he actually talks that way. It's so nice on my ears. Okay, let me see. Video capture. Let's see, Elgato. Come on. Give me the cam link. Oh, haha. I found the problem. There's no memory card. Wow, that is such an easy fix. I hope to goodness they have a SD card or this is going to fall apart. But that is the problem. That is the problem. Boom. Let me call him. Someone's got to have an SD card, right? Adam. Where are you? I found the problem. No SD card. Haha. Did it, team. Did it. I'm feeling so flushed, and I've only taken like 3 sips of this. I think it's a hard seltzer. If this isn't a hard seltzer, what a freaking mess I am. No, haha. There is 5% alcohol in it. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay. I hope he sees that message. If he doesn't, we'll just wait for him to come back down. Hopefully that was fun, hanging out. People are wrapping up their draft, so we should have a game to jump into pretty soon, which should be cool, which should be fun. I'm eager to cast it. I didn't see. Did anyone answer my question on who saw the Fab Unsealed stream? Let me find it. Random Effect says, you saw it, but you couldn't stick around. Man, that's so disappointing. It was so much fun. It was a solo cast, and I tried to channel like the Reed Duke energy. I think it was like GP Richmond or something, the famous Reed Duke cast, where the caster, it was like a singular caster who just focused in on Reed Duke's journey, basically like all through Swiss. Because he was like on the verge of qualifying for something in Magic. I don't know Magic well, but I went and watched many of those games because I thought it was such a masterclass in like how to build a narrative around a player. And it's just one caster narrating over Reed Duke. And it was so well done. I tried to channel that energy yesterday on the Fab Unsealed stream, but of course there were ramblings, because it's me. It's me. And my brain goes as many directions as my hair. All right. Andy Lamau. Don't know what you're Lamauing at, but this is bound to be probably a pretty fun night. So as soon as we jump into the games, I hope viewership ticks up. I don't know, is anyone else streaming anything tonight? I know this weekend is freaking packed. If I could go from New York City to Chicago to San Diego or LA, wherever the other event is, oh, you bet I would. Friday, New York, Saturday, Chicago, Sunday, Cali. What a life that would be, but we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. All right. How do you search by live on YouTube? Live, okay. I don't see any other Fab streams live. The LCS is on. That's hard for some people. Matt Folks loves his LCS. But cool. Oh, Cooper.
What's up, man? How you
found
doing?
the problem. I texted Adam. I don't know if he saw it. There's no SD card in the camera. So check this out.
I think you kind of need that, huh?
Well, yeah. So I actually, the difference is I get the error message when I use my Elgato, but there isn't an error message if we use the Blackmagic. It's just a black feed. But this is the problem. So if you have an SD card or
I just checked in with somebody. They didn't, but I'm gonna do a mass call.
yes. Any SD card, just slap it in. It's not going to record anything, but it will let the feed through.
I'm going to we're going to start round 1. We've got some people who are good to be featured, so we're about to get swapped over to that, but let me see if I can find you. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, this is Cooper, by the way.
What's up, y'all?
Have you said hi to the stream yet?
I haven't gotten to, yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all?
This is the other half. Adam was saying co. This is the other co.
Yeah. I'm one of the organizers for this event, and we're so stoked to have Ethan here hanging out with us, and
not just me. Hey, there's 67 people. You also
there
gotta think
are
upstairs.
60.
Pretty incredible.
There are 67 incredible, lovely New Yorkers up there drafting some outsiders. It's pretty sick.
Sweet. If you can find that, and then let me know about the round as soon as it's getting started. This will be sick.
I'll be right back.
This will be sick. Did you hear that, folks? I told you Cooper had a nice voice. Didn't you hear it? It's so sweet on the ears. I enjoy it. Hi Cooper, says Erica. Oh, we missed it. But yeah, so those are the two behind the entire operation. Literally just Cooper and Adam. Just Cooper and Adam. Pretty incredible to have two friends like that rally and pull together an event like this. I mean, hey, I've got the energy for it. The problem is, if I did this in freaking Geneva, USA, there'd be maybe 2 people, and it would be me and Woman Sant. How sad. How sad. SD card. Did Cooper tell you?
We haven't found an SD card.
Oh. I normally have an extra, but I just put it in my other camera.
Works at my home without an SD card?
Well, so this is the error message I'm getting though. So.
Oh, are you actually getting it? Oh no, you just have to hit play. If you hit the record button on the top, the picture button, it will turn on and work.
Oh really? Okay, try it. Try it.
No, you don't even need one.
All right, Adam thinks he's got the solve to my solve. Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. Although to be fair, this is using the Elgato, not the Black Magic. Oh my god, it works. Oh my god, it works. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. You won't hear me, but the feed is coming through. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. It works.
Amazing. Yeah, I know. I wish we could reposition it. We're going to get it a little higher for you guys so you can see right over. Right now it's centered on their extra table. We had to throw that extra table in there because we literally could not fit the players in the play space.
Let me try changing it back to the Black Magic, though. This might throw it off, but there's some USB overload through the Elgato.
Yeah, Ethan, and I'm going to go upstairs and we're going to give them these giant, amazing metal fab tokens so you can see everything on stream. What they're doing.
Okay. All right, 1 second. Let me restart this camera because we just hit some USB overload, some encoding issues. 1 second. Please don't crash OBS, please. Still quite a delay going through. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess one thing works, another thing crashes. That might just be the theme of the night, but at least it's going through. In any case, you won't really see this side of the stream so much because we'll be hopefully getting the table feed pretty soon. Let's check in on that. Oh my god. Okay. There is not much communication coming through, but apparently we've got game 1 with wrong life. Oh my gosh. Why am I in a whole different room? I can't communicate with anybody. I need to go run upstairs and fix the life and get the player names because we don't have any of that. So give me 1 second. Okay, I have their names, but the life is not correct still. Oh my gosh. This might be kind of a sloppy setup here. The feed's also going crazy. This is all run off a tiny laptop. I had my... Oops, they're not both Trey, are they? That's not right. Ryan G. This is all being run off of a tiny laptop I had my doubts about, but I hope this thing can power through. let me go fix the life real quick, and then we'll continue. 1 second. Okay. Life should be fixed. Let's refresh this. Okay. That's looking more correct. All right. I think we're going to call this good enough. All right, let's get into the caster mindset. That Sigma grind set. 1 second. Oh, God. Chair's a little far from the table. Okay. All right, so we definitely missed the, I guess maybe like first turn or so of the game here, but it still should be pretty early on. We've got Arakni on the right, piloted by Ryan Goldfinger, and Benji on the left, piloted by Trey Santiago. Santiago, city I was born in, also my middle name. So a little biased, not gonna lie, a little biased. Definitely rooting for the Benji here. So this is draft, right? Draft is totally different experience than sealed, which is how most people have experienced this set so far. Definitely, the pre-release format was all sealed. And if anyone was able to like save prize packs, then maybe they got a taste of draft. So this might be some of the first draft gameplay we're actually seeing out of the set. We didn't see these players draft it, but I would assume that the way a draft pod shakes out is probably maybe like 4 assassin, 2 ranger, 2 ninja is probably the standard split. I don't have the details about this pod in particular, but one of the reasons to have a pod shake out kind of in that fashion is because one ninja, Katsu, wants to be fed the reds, fed the combo cards, while the other ninja is way more comfortable pulling the blues and yellows like this Benji here. And so I think a really well-built, well-drafted Benji deck is probably very, very scary in this format because you can just circumvent a lot of the fatigue strategies that some assassins are likely to try to pull when they can just freely block regardless of card quality. The block quality is so strong on an assassin card that the Benji player can hope to abuse that, I would think. So a little bit of an early exchange. Benji starts at 17, and yet we see the players 16 to 17. So really all the damage has been on Ryan's side of the field, suffering just 2 damage to the 1 on the Benji side. But Ryan taking the aggressive seat, swinging in with the spider's bites. I'm so annoyed that the tokens didn't come in the left and right fashions because I hate seeing the daggers or kadachis all in one direction. It tilts me because there are some Leviathan players that do this where they run both mandible claws just pointed one way. I don't know why, but it just bugs me. The art is there in both ways for a reason. Just use it. But in this set, it isn't. So we do have to suffer through it. Second Spider's Bite's coming in. This one actually was taken, so now Benji's going to have to deal with the debuff effect, blocking with attack action cards. Now, Ninja overall doesn't have high block value when compared to Assassin or Ranger. They don't have access to the traps, right? Traps are a great way to just always slot in these 3 blocks in the defense reaction slot throughout your deck. Not something that the Ninjas really have access to, but the 3 blocks tend to come in through some of the combo cards. The combo starters tend to be 2 blocks, but some of the combo cards themselves are 3s. What's up?
Oh, hey, I just came to check. Can you check 3 really quick?
Check
really fast?
3 real quick.
Just make sure it's working.
Or
2?
Or 2. Yeah, so I unplugged it from the Elgato because we were getting some issues. All right, bear with us. We're going to cut away real quick.
I just have to restart it.
Okay, yeah, so we still have no feed on the other cam unless I plug it in with the Elgato, which might just like tank this laptop. So we're going to try to avoid doing that because while the internet might be nice, the encoding issues were really coming through strong when we tried to run too much off of this USB hub. Something that I learned the hard way through many a live stream. remember some of those battle hardens. I was plugging in 3 monitors, 3 cameras, a mic, like soundboard, headset, and all that, literally through like one USB hub. And somehow I got away with it in the early days, and then eventually it all crashed. And I was so confused. It had worked at one point. Why didn't it just work forever? That's not the way technology functions, and we're running into some of those issues probably today. But now we've got the Benji on the aggressive side, taking the Kadachi head jab lead in. Really great to see the amount of zero cost blues that a ninja can probably get away with in a draft. In a sealed pool, you're probably not looking at more than like 4 or 5, just because there aren't that many in the set. There's like the Feisty Locals blue, the Scout the Periphery blue, some of the ninja cards. But when you're in draft, you're actually going to be able to pull them regardless of quality to make sure that your Kadachis are then live. So probably something that Trey and all the other ninjas in the pod were likely to do, because who else is grabbing something like a blue Scout the Periphery? Even Arakni, even Riptide, right? Like they're probably not pulling those cards. Josh, you're late. Well, the good news is there is no blood debt to track. Nothing for me to die to other than, I guess I could, have too many of these hard seltzers. That might kill me. That could do it. But it's not going to be blood debt today. Not going to be blood debt today. Also, if it's just me in the booth all night, that could also kill me. I was expecting guests, but I'm literally in like a Harry Potter closet. I really don't think most people know I'm here. So we're going to do our best, run this show solo. Maybe we'll ask one of the Dominion players to jump in and commentate, see what their POV is, get them addicted to Flesh and Blood. Or we could hit up some of my friends in the city. That'd be wild. They have nothing to do with this universe, but they would be a good time. All right, actually, speaking of a good time, while we have this turn still playing out, let me post on Twitter that we're even live. I forgot about this. It's been a mess of a day. We are live from the Ironsong Society's 67-person armory. Now the problem is when you share links on Twitter, they get buried. So we're going to trick it, and we're going to put the link in the description or in a reply to the tweet. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Twitter hacks. There we go. Okay, back to the game itself. Looks like Arakni actually ate a lot in that exchange. I believe the turn was only 4 wide from Trey. It was Kadachi head jab into, I think it was just like another attack for 3, but of course there's no mask momentum, so if you want to just take that much damage in a row, you are totally able to do it. It's your prerogative, sir. So the Arakni did it, and is trying to return here with a red infect, I believe. It is really hard to see those cards. I might have to turn down the brightness. I don't have the card pop up because this is not my computer. I would hope I can actually name a lot more of these cards just by the art alone. Let me actually pull up sponsor FaBrary's website to go ahead and help me search cards just to reaffirm what I think they are. Yeah, that is a red infect coming through. Red infect. So this is the one where when it hits, create a blood rot. So it's one that there is quite an incentive to go ahead and block. Benji going to do so. Benji going to go ahead and give it the 3, but then that leads into a destructive deliberation. This card is sleeper such high value in a sealed format because it replaces itself if it hits, right? Coming in for 5 damage, but then it creates a ponder token. And that ponder token is going to draw you a card. In draft, you are more likely to actually draw a card you wanted, and not just like have chaff in your deck, right? Compared to sealed. So I would be very threatened by a hit effect like this. You're basically trading 1 card for 5 damage if you get that ponder off. Very, very huge value. Very huge value. This is a game of inches. Getting a free card out of it. Getting a 0 or a 1 card 5 is basically like E-Strike draw card levels of power, or Ravenous Rabble revealing Gorg Tome type of deal. Very strong. We see the Benji player thinking quite hard. He already committed a card and an equipment piece to the block. So he probably wasn't likely to give up too much more from his hand if he actually wanted a significant turn. So he just eats the 5, because that would have demanded 2 cards from hand at minimum. Puts him all the way down to 7. That Ponder token lets Ryan draw that card, immediately slaps it in Arsenal. I mean, I think even if it's a low pressure blue, you still do it, right? Like, why not? Unless you pull the Fabled, what would you not want to throw in Arsenal? It might just come up. It looks like card advantage, even if it isn't a good card. It's threatening it. And we see the Benji player, once again, like I mentioned, able to probably draft quite a few of those blue 0-cost cards, enabling Kodachis, and trying to just whittle down the Arakni to have to start respecting these. We don't see the Seeker's pieces of equipment in the Arakni's arsenal or inventory there. We see a Fisticuffs and the boots, and I forget the name of the boots, but they do not block. They're the ones that give like a 1-cost or a 1-attack go again, something like that. So those Kodachis are going to start demanding, as soon as Arakni's on 1 life, an actual card. There's no sigil. You can't just say, okay, I'll heal 3 and get around the fact that Kodachis have me in a lock here. It's not the reality of this format. You have to be terrified of those suckers as you get low. But the Arakni kept a full 4 cards in hand, plus Arsenal, going all the way down to 3. 3 is not quite the danger zone yet, but if Trey's able to keep some cards into this next turn cycle, that's going to be approaching that Kodachi lock state that the Benji player really wants to get to. So if Ryan can pull the entire hand of cards from Trey this turn with that 5-card play that he's going for, that'd be pretty huge swing, because if he's not able to do it here, the Benji looks to be in a pretty decent spot. A 2-card hand from the Benji could easily be, Kodachi, and then unblockable damage, right? So the Arakni player needs to respect the Kodachis even at 3 life. Because if he takes even one of them, then a little piddly 2-cost attack, or not 2 cost, but 2 base attack card is unblockable and can really sneak its way through. Yes, Josh, I caught up. My train of thought got there. I forgot Benji's ability for a bit, but it is all part of the narrative, isn't it? So, with that full hand, there were options for Ryan to respect and block the Kodachis, but he's trading those cards in hand for instead the 1 damage presented by Spider's Bite instead. So, at this point, just trading 2 cards that could have blocked 2 damage into 2 cards that equal 2 damage. Pretty even trade, but the Benji player is happy to block it so far. Blocking with a short and sharp even. That's interesting. So the Benji's probably respecting the fact that he might just have to give up 3 cards this turn and then just swing with 1 unblockable card. That could make sense. But if he was able to keep a 2-card hand, that short and sharp could have just done it all by itself. Sneaking through a first Kodachi that's disrespected, boom, short and sharp. Yeah, so I think Trey's really thinking of that line. Let's block 3 cards, sneak in, a little 2-power attack that can't be blocked, and then we just do the same thing next turn. 3-card block, 2 attack. Nope, but instead he gives up the whole hand. Whole hand goes to blocking this out. So, leak 2 damage, blocked 4 cards, and not putting any pressure back on the Arakni to ding him any lower. This is actually pretty scary. That 5-card push came together for Ryan pretty well. Completely taking tempo here. But if he has to turn 2 cards into just 2 damage again with Spider's Bites, it's not necessarily that scary. Right, Benji's got some life to play with still. I can't quite see the armor. I think it's another Fisticuffs piece. Maybe those are Seeker's boots. I'm not quite sure. But definitely low on the armor as well. No battle-worn pieces for sure. Yeah. The other part of not being my setup, we don't have those hand cams. I actually don't mind this angle though. This angle's kind of cool. The overlay is super minimal. It's a little bit in the way. Still. I might move the names a bit up, I guess, so they don't cover the boot zone. But it's a very different way of doing things. I built these overlays like when I got here because I just wasn't sure at all what we had available to us, like what the camera angle was, how many cameras we had, did the cameras even work? We're finding out the answers to some of those. Still don't know the status of that last camera. You believe those are the Go Again boots because of the orange color? Yeah, there's a bit of glare on them. Let me pull it up. What are those called? Like Swift something? Nah. I'll just type legs, and it'll come up here on my second screen. Fleetfoot sandals. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. They do look orange enough to be Fleetfoot sandals. So both players have the same equipment here. Fisticuffs and Fleetfoot sandals. So Benji's the one that gets probably a lot more mileage out of Fleetfoot sandals, right? Because if they don't have a 0 pitch card to enable those Kodachis, you can force the go again on at least that first Kodachi, which could be a pretty big deal. Because it just says target attack. It doesn't say target attack action card. Angle super good. Awesome. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a totally different way of doing things. You know, I definitely got the way I like to do it. Kind of the direct overhead with the face cams and hand cams at an angle, which I think like tends to look a bit more professional when you've got every other bit of the things set up. But for just a thrown together rig here, I can't complain too much. It's not looking bad. I'm especially happy with the crop on the hero life totals. I didn't just want to put a square in the top left and right corners, so I had to make an image mask of the screen share coming through the phone, and then put it in the circles, which, I don't know, I'm just a little happy with it. I like it. I like it. Those were supposed to be the player cams, but we didn't have player cams, so instead we get a little peek at the heroes and the life instead. Those boots on a blue sneak attack is deadly. That makes sense. Blue sneak attack in particular. Isn't a blue sneak attack base 2 though? Sneak attack. Oh no, blue sneak attack is base 1. Ah, great point. Wow, that's massive if you can get that off. Blue sneak attack, react, pumps it to 5, go again. Sheesh. That is really strong. Okay, so that's probably what the Arakni player Ryan is going for with that boot option. I wonder if he drafted the Fleetfoot sandals first with the idea in mind of, okay, someone's definitely passing a blue sneak attack at some point, and I'm going to grab it for that interaction, or if it's the other way around, where he picked the blue sneak attack, saw the combo, and just pulled it immediately, because that is super nasty. Super nasty. Once again, shout out to FaBrary. I just have another computer open with FaBrary, searching cards, hoping that I get the names right throughout the night. Might have to slow down on the seltzers, or my typing is going to start to slur as well. Honestly, looks great. Thank you, Michael. I'm going to have to turn down the brightness on the camera after this round for sure, because it's a bit washed, so hopefully if I make it darker, that could help. We actually have no extra lighting on the table, but the venue itself is just really well lit. So it lends itself to probably like no real glare to contend with, because there's nothing directly overhead. But it is just bright across the board, so I'm going to try to mess with that, see what I can do. Make it a bit prettier for us. But now we've got a Prowl coming in. Prowl Red comes in for base 3. Is Prowl the one that gives +1? Let's check FaBrary. Prowl is the one that says the next stealth attack gains +1. So of course, it has go again because of Arakni, but there isn't a stealth to follow up. It is instead, I believe, Yellow Infectious Host, which is still nothing to scoff at this point. I mean, hey, lethal is on the table. No reacts available to it, so the Benji has full information that it is just 3. It is 3 that is needed to be blocked here. Or in theory, I mean, block 2, right? 2 lets the Benji live at 1. The problem is we've seen the Benji player struggle with the last 2 turns being able to keep a card in hand to force Arakni down even just a little bit. You know, a 0-cost yellow just coming in to deal 2 last turn would mean this 1-card hand from Trey probably does it. But if it comes in for even 3, then that means the Arakni does have a choice on the block. Benji, of course, saying base 2 and lower attack action cards, I believe, cannot be blocked. So that damage just happens 1-to-1. The Arakni player, I think, did a great job with that 5-card hand, but that is something Trey basically gave Ryan. He disrespected the Destructive Deliberation, I think it's called, the Ponder card. Let me look it up. Destructive's in the name. Yep, Destructive Deliberation. Nailed it. Love me some alliteration. So it was Trey's disregard of the Ponder token draw that really gave Ryan that 5-card push to lock Trey out of the last 3 turns of really letting Trey be in the driver's seat. And now we've got Ryan in his own version of Kodachi lock. Very scary stuff. Very scary stuff without these Seekers equipment. Those mats really are beautiful. And Phil, I don't know how he did it, but he's got basically every single color you could think of. Black, blue, red, green, yellow, violet, orange, magenta, chartreuse, indigo, white, black, gray. I think I'm out of colors. Brown. I don't know. Pink. Jesus. But yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot. I don't know if they're for sale or he's just giving them away, but either way, if they're for sale or not, they are something that he's at least passing out tonight to a bunch of people in the building, which is super cool. Love Phil. Phil from FaBrary. I want to get him on as a guest. Would love to see Phil again. He was around for, what was it, Battle Hardened New Jersey, I think. We got him on camera, and then he hung out and talked with us, which was really cool. Any chance to see the Violet? Yeah, I can. I mean, he actually left them down here. They're somewhere in the... Oh, okay. There we go. That is the... Okay, well, I just, like, glanced away. I think I caught what happened, though. I believe that was a Feisty Locals sealing the game. What a great card for a situation like this. You know, in the beginning of a game, it's a bit of a non-issue. It just comes in for that base 3, right? You say, okay, fine, take it. Whatever. You traded a card for 3 damage. Nothing special. But in a situation like this, it demands 2 cards. Trade just didn't have it. Didn't have it. So I believe the Feisty just kind of locked it. You don't have to pitch for Razor's Edge. So if he did or didn't, doesn't matter. Yeah, so the Feisty was the close, I do believe. All right, 2 things I'm going to try to do here. 2 things I'm going to try to do. I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to unplug the webcam because it is lagging. So... I hope nothing crashes. 1 second. It is this one. Oh, God. Oh. All right. All right. You can still hear me. Let's try to fix this webcam. I almost wish we were doing it off of my laptop because my laptop's pretty powerful. It's okay. I trust this one to power through. Looks like it's still a bit off. But that's fine.
Hey,
Adam is back.
Guys? I'm back. What's
that was
up?
a great round. We started late because I didn't know there was a game on, but I think we got like 90% of it.
Amazing. Yeah. Did you guys? Was it a good game?
Oh yeah, 1-1.
I'm running around like a crazy man upstairs.
1-1. That is some good fab. That is
hey,
some
Kira.
great fab.
Hey,
My wonderful partner stopping in on the stream. What's going on?
nothing. I just came to say hi. I'll let you be.
Hi. Oh, thank you so much, Kara. Wonderful.
Adam back in the building. Everyone's
Hey
favorite.
guys. Oh, I'm everybody's favorite.
I think so.
Ah, I love it.
I didn't see anyone say nothing good about Cooper, so let's just leave it at that.
Oh no! Cooper is way more wonderful than I am. I'm just the guy who gets to come down and yell in the stream room. I brought this down for you guys because I wanted to show it to you. This is from one of our sponsors at Skysteel Forge. Guy's name is Steven. He has an Etsy store. Yeah, right there. Wait, hold on.
You're pointing
Wait,
at the screen. I'm pointing to where it is.
Oh,
ethereal,
there we go. Okay.
Up here somewhere.
Steven at Skysteel Forge, he has an Etsy store, and you can just Google Skysteel Forge, and you get there. It is the coolest stuff. I brought this to you guys. Look at this.
They can't see it. You gotta.
No, I'm showing you first. Look at that.
Oh,
Holy,
yeah.
this is New Missouri? This is like the ultimate flex.
Yeah, that's pretty
Holy,
cool. That's pretty
like,
cool.
let me show you guys. Hopefully this will adjust really beautifully. This is a laser etched. Oh, thank you. This is a laser etched. This is not doing it justice. But I'm
further
gonna try.
back, further back,
Further back.
like there.
Where are we going? This is a laser etched, hand finished Uzuri. It is one of the most beautiful pieces of fab art I've ever seen in my entire life. He gave us, so Steven Skysteel Forge gave us this Uzuri to give away, which is ridiculous.
To stream or to the building?
Oh, no, not to stream. Oh, I wish to stream.
Jeez,
We gotta get stream promos
bait them
next.
like that.
I'm
What
so
the hell?
sorry.
My God, all these people at home. We can do very easy
I'm so
raffles. by the
sorry.
way, for
Yeah,
the
it's
stream,
incredible.
if there is anything for you.
Sure. Yeah, we will do our best. We're gonna provide something for you guys. We will get there. So this Uzuri, which is incredibly detailed, I can't even show you. It is. You can use this as a fab token at the table for your hero.
back.
Oh, okay, go for it. We also have a Riptide and an Arakni that Steven set us up with, in addition to like this absolutely stunning leather playmat. which is incredible. We're about to give that away upstairs. We are super, super, super excited. Yeah, we have incredible stuff. We are the most lucky people on the planet. You guys, I know it's like, they're not actually, for the craftsmanship you're getting, they're not that expensive. It's Sky Steel Forge. It is ludicrously nice. Like, you guys can't, I wish I could show you the proper amount of detail and find the right lighting. It is incredible. Yeah, it's insane. I agree. It is what the frick looking good. And he will do customs for you. He is like the coolest guy. I'm going to bring you guys down in a minute. I'm going to bring you guys down the Riptide and the Arakni because they're equally or more nice than this. And I'm going to grab one of the leather playmats he makes too. The guy is also insanely cool. He is here tonight playing. He drove hours in from like Central Jersey to play with us, to be here, to give us more stuff, to hand deliver the items. He and his brother are upstairs playing right now. He's just like the coolest guy. Throw some business that guy's way. I'm getting a Katsu. It literally is the ultimate flex. I don't care. If a guy sits down next to you with like, or I shouldn't say guy, right? If a player sits down next to you, we actually have a lot of ladies upstairs as well, which is fantastic for a TCG crowd. Ladies represent. If a player sits down next to you and they've got their like hand painted alt art, you know, you can be like, oh, that's beautiful, looking good, and then you whip this out of the bag. I'm telling you, it's over. You win. You already won that event.
You're still holding up the same Missouri. Well done.
How you doing? Can I get you another seltzer? Is that
We're-
number 2?
Yeah, we're down to like about here, so I'll take another one.
You gotta give her. All right, I'm getting this man, the hardest working man in
What was
fast
this one?
streaming.
Grapefruit, can we get a different flavor? Not grapefruit. I don't know. Alright, so trying to get y'all some giveaways.
What did you want?
Oh, just not grapefruit.
Not
Again,
grapefruit.
yeah,
Okay,
not
anything but grapefruit?
Yes. Trying to get y'all some giveaways for the loyal YouTube viewers. I think we'll be able to free something up. I kind of figured that there would just be, because there's a lot of giveaways going on. I think everything is just like dedicated towards the in-person, but we'll find something to do on stream. Something to do on stream. Let me find those playmats from Phil that he left here.
Here you are. Nice mango for you. Hope that works.
There we go. Mango. You like that?
I'll tell you what. We actually have a bag for you in here. Direct from Metal Fab Tokens.
Oh, that's right.
And then let's see what else we have. A couple. If you want, how's this? Is that a good stream giveaway?
Well, I might need them for my stream, but if there's
Well, no, these aren't
all the
yours.
same?
Well, these were for ours. These actually aren't yours. Yours are separate.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah, if there's
yours,
extras of those,
yeah,
we
yours
can
are
do
chilling
that.
around here. We can do that. Here you go.
All right,
We can give away this
Let's do a
stream,
giveaway.
folks.
Let's do a giveaway then. All right, we do have some extras to give away. Check it out. Out of the 50 people we got live so far, we're gonna do a giveaway with the Metal Fab token. So this is kind of like a baby streamer set. There are, I think, 2 like armor markers and then the resource coin, and they're oversized, right? So here's like my finger for comparison. Look at that. These are giant. So let's do a giveaway real quick. And I assume they'll ship it to you. Their event, right? They're gonna pay for shipping. I hope. Let's pull a name. Let me pull up Nightbot. I forget how to run this. I think let's do a keyword. Keyword is gonna be outsiders. There we go. So type outsiders like this. Type outsiders in the chat, and I'll pull a winner as soon as I finish my grapefruit hard seltzer. Which, hey, I can't down these very quick, alright, so you got a lot of time. Oh yeah, type outsiders. I don't know if I like grapefruit. I don't know why I chose this. I don't think I like grapefruit. It's like kind of a weird flavor.
Oh wait, is it a positive weird?
Oh,
or,
no.
What do you?
So I chose grapefruit because like I used to eat it as a breakfast thing. You know, you just like cut a grapefruit in half and go to town. but I'm not sure I'm enjoying it as a seltzer flavor. So good that we shook it up. Good that we shook it up. But we're almost done.
By the way, okay, I want to make sure. Hold on. My wonderful streamer. Did you see? This is how you show respect to your streamers, chat.
It's funny because he's like a foot taller than me, but I'll take it.
Did you eat well? Did you eat before you came?
Oh God, no! I had like half a bagel. So I am.
Bro, we'll have some food for you.
I am hungry. I am
Some
hungry.
food for you, stat.
Oh, yes, type outsiders in the meantime. Outsiders. Outsiders. We're like 2 sips away. Almost there. We'll do the drawing. One sip away. Oh, if I can even get through it. Half sip away. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. Type outside. Keep going. A little bit more. All right, that's it. We're doing the drawing. Roll it. Jose Roberto Vargas Hernandez has won the giveaway. It should say it in chat. Nightbot gotcha. Roberto Vargas. Oh, if I just look at that part of the name, I know who you are, actually. Aren't you staying with me at Pro Tour? Aren't you? Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm not thinking of the right person. So let me know. Aren't you staying with me in the Pro Tour? Yeah, you are. Okay, I'll give this to you at the Pro Tour. there we go. We have like a Sharpie. How am I gonna remember this? That's fine. I'll take a note on my phone. Yeah. We met at the last Battle Hardened. Okay. Let me note that. Roberto Vargas. Stream token, and those are like kind of the bronze. Those are the bronze look. Those are these. Bronze look. Alright. Little red finish on those. Those are yours, my friend. I gotta pack those in the bag and I'll deliver them in person. The table pit is asking to say the full name again. Pues, let's do it. Jose Roberto Vargas Hernandez. Sí hablo español también. with a couple more beers, we could do a whole round in Spanish. Actually, that is gonna take like actual hard liquor. I can't do it off seltzers. We're not that good. But yes, my name is. It's a little. It doesn't allude to my heritage super well because it's just Ethan, right? But my name is Ethan Santiago Rivera Van Sant. I'm actually Puerto Rican. You really can't tell. Like you really can't. More. ¿Quieres que hablo más español? No quiero. Tenemos muchos viewers que hablan inglés, no español. Fab Chili. Fab Chile. There we go. Vincent Spanish is cute. I used to always say that my Spanish is like stuck at child level because I stopped speaking Spanish in 4th grade. So, hablo español de chiquitín y nada más. So, tengo español de cuando era así y no más. Now say your full name in Spanish. The table pit. The table pit. I don't know. Okay, we got that crackle. I'm gonna try the mango. Oh my god. That does not taste like mango. Nope. That isn't it. You know, I used to think I would just like enjoy Trulies, but these are like off-brand Trulies. So, I'm having a hard time. I don't know what it is. Do my parents speak it? Yeah, my mom speaks like perfect Spanish. My dad, not really. It's really strange, actually. My dad's the Puerto Rican, but he grew up in the United States, and his parents were the ones who like kind of tried to make their kids American. So they didn't really teach him much Spanish. But my mom grew up in Argentina, even though she's Jewish from New York. But she grew up in Argentina. Kind of a strange like family swap thing. They just sent her out to Argentina. So her Spanish is freaking incredible. I mean, she she's got her whole family out in Argentina, her sisters and everything, and you could not tell the difference between her and them. I mean, they are like all from the same family. Like she's one of the sisters. That's all I'm trying to say. Her Spanish is incredible. I'm jealous of her accent. The Argentine accent is freaking amazing. Y yo también puedo hablar con acento argentino. Sí, yo, sha. Vive la raza. Vamos chilenos. I know some of the soccer chants as well. Because I'm actually born in Chile, but I really have nothing to do with Chile. I wish I did. I wish I could claim like some Chilean culture, but no, my family was just down there, just working. So I have nothing to do with Chile, but my middle name is Santiago, and I do love the country. I haven't been in the longest time, but people who know reineta, actually Fab Chile, you would know this. Reineta is the most delicious fish in the freaking world. And you can only get it in Chile. Reineta. There's some other great food down there too. Machas a la parmigiana is fantastic. Beef a lo pobre, bunch of stuff. But reineta, like I promise you, I grew up in Louisiana with like good ass catfish, black and like redfish, rainbow trout, all the good stuff. Nothing compares to reineta, and they use it as just like fish stick food. Like it's nothing special. I'm telling you, that fish is cracked though. It is so good, so good. That's like the main reason I would move back to Chile. Is for that fish. Anyway, we are like so off topic. But Fab Chile, hey, there you go. Very good. They agree. Let's check. Do we even have another match? I don't know what's happening. Okay. We don't have another match. Sweet. We didn't miss anything yet. I should probably check in as to what's going on. And even see if the ambient cam is working. 1 second. That ambient camera, yo, that is not trying to work. I guess we have to switch it back to the other feed. Oh, this. Oh my god. Oh, come on, please work. Please work and don't crash the system. Let's check. Alright, it's doing that same thing where Adam just needs to press the button. So let me command Adam around. Press the button on your camera again. Slave! No, I'm not gonna say that. Alright. Maybe that works. So, a normal stream. Sant getting off topic. Hey, those streams have actually saved my life in New York. Like, I don't think y'all have a good grasp of how freaking tiny and isolated Geneva, New York is. But there is nothing going on in that town. Nothing. There's no LGS. There's like a college, but it's like kind of a preppy rich kid college. So that is to say, like, there's not a lot of people my age. It's like an hour away from Ithaca, Syracuse, Rochester. Like, it's tough, right? My friends drive in from like 30 minutes, an hour away just to hang out on Thursdays. I hated Geneva. There was nothing going in that town. But I had to be there because Woman Sant is getting her PhD and she needs to work in a lab in Geneva. And I really thought I was going to lose it. I was going crazy. I like my cities. I'm from New Orleans. Come on. But streaming saved me. I mean, streaming actually lets me feel like I have, a community again. It's not an LGS, but it's like comparable to what an LGS gives me feeling-wise, where it's just like surrounded by people that, have similar interests. That's what it is. But instead of walking into an LGS for like an armory, it's just turning on the stream and everyone shows up in chat. It is so awesome. So like, huge shout out to all of you, because you're like my LGS. That's how I see it. I just get to turn on the stream and then boom, there I am. Wednesday Night Armories back in Michigan. I've got Josh, Fab Chili, Table Pit, whoever, just hanging out. Feels so good. An LGS, but hopefully with less drama. Drama happens at LGSs? I don't know. My LGS was pretty chill. I had drama with some of the people in there. Oh, hell yeah, I had drama with some of the people. We're not going to call them out, because they probably watch this stream. But there was some drama, not with people, not the LGS, to be clear. So Odyssey Games, shout out to you. Miss you back in Michigan, that's for sure. Do we have another game? Did they ask me to come out here just to like talk and fill time? I'll do it. Let me check. That looks to me like a live feed, but there ain't no game. I should probably go ask them what the hell's going on. But every time I text Adam, I think his hands are full with beers and that wooden Azuri card. He won't put it down. Let me call him. Oh. Adam? Hello? Nope. Alright, I hate to leave you idle for a second, but I may have to run upstairs out of this little Harry Potter room I'm in just to communicate with people. Because, once again, I think they forgot I'm here. Truly. Okay, so give me 1 second. You should collab with TCG Talk. His Katsu knowledge is huge. I really like TCG Talk. That dude is sick. I follow him on Twitter. Obviously, subscribe. I haven't actually talked to him. But I don't even see myself as, like, a content creator for the most part. I'm literally one of the masses. I'm just out here. I do my thing. I watch so much Flesh and Blood content. Like, I just consume. That's all I do. I got my work going on one monitor. I got Flesh and Blood on the other. And then every once in a while, I remember to make a video. It's pretty much my life. And TCG Talk is one of the better ones. I love his knowledge. So, yes, I'd love to collab. I'm hoping that when Dust to Dawn comes out, here's my fear. Tangent again. Here's my fear. When Dust Till Dawn comes out, I know so many people are going to start playing Levia because she just is going to have the gas. She's just going to got it. She's just got it. They're going to give her the card. She's going to be good. And I hope to God, the Blasmafet, that other people don't steal my thunder, because I don't actually know how good I am when all the other good players also play Levia. Like, I just play Levia, and it's like it's open season out there in terms of being like the best Levia player. Like, no one's really trying. There's like only a couple other people, and we all collab. We all talk to each other. Like, we're not hiding lists, It's a great community. League of Levia, shout out. But when like the pros start playing Levia and they start hiding their lists and doing like internal testing, that scares the heck out of me. Like, I don't want to be, like I don't want them to figure out the Levia deck and have it like not be me. Like, it's on brand. I have to figure it out. But anyway, I don't even know if that's a coherent like fear, but that's my fear. That like all the good players start playing Levia in secret, and I just like feel so alone, even though it should be everyone communally like enjoying and playing Levia. That's my fear. That's better articulated. Adam's back.
Hey,
Adam,
what's up,
you need
guys?
to press the button. Did you see my message? We're stuck on the button again.
I will go upstairs and press the button.
Okay.
Yes, I'm glad we're stuck on the button, because that means I can fix it. I'm glad to be stuck on the button. Okay.
It's been fun. I've been telling my life story for the past 20 minutes.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep sending players down to you, and they're intimidated by the power of the stream. They're intimidated, I swear to you. So anyway, your food is on the way. We're going to be eating in a minute. We got some food on the way. I hope you...
Something special
you can
or
either
the catering thing that you had set up?
Well, I'll talk to you about the catering thing a little bit later. Okay. But we had that set up. That's why we don't have a ton of food here. But I have a personal pizza just for you. A personal streamer pizza.
Thank you.
You have your choice between if you'd like a cheese pizza or garlic and spinach pie.
Oh, garlic and spinach.
Garlic and spinach pie? Okay.
Let's
I
do it.
do believe that's what I got you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Got some food on the way. And you're going to have round two players are seating now.
Perfect.
So you're gonna have
Can you click the button and also tell me their names?
I'm going to click the button, and I'm going to tell you their names.
Thank goodness, because Cooper didn't do nothing of that.
So this is a hardworking man right here talking to his life story for 20 minutes. Chat, keep interrogating him. All right?
Thank you, Adam.
We're going to run so much smoother in the future. It's going to be chef's kiss. All right.
I hope he didn't just jinx it. I really hope. Every time I think we're getting better, every time I think, I figured it out, baby. Next battle hardened, impeccable. No problems. Everything goes to shit. So I appreciate the energy, Adam. I hope we didn't just get jinxed. Knock on wood. Tables wood. that probably messed up with the mic and shook the camera, but it is what it is. Josh lives here. Never miss a stream. You always say keep track of blood debt. Am I just going to put you out of a job or what? I haven't played Leviathan in so long now. Prism is coming back. That's actually super fair. Hopefully that's what pulls everyone's attention and not just like Leviathan. I think if Leviathan inherently still has that problem of like randomly losing games, there's no way the pros touch her. Like they're just, even if she's good, even if her quality's nuts, if she randomly loses a game, there's not a single pro who'd play that hero. What's up?
So we have Joe on Azalea.
Joe on Azalea.
Joe on Azalea. And we've got Fred, who I believe on Arakni. You can check me on that. I'm going to go hit that button for you.
Wait, Joe and Fred?
Yep.
Okay.
Joe on Azalea. And I
yep.
believe we have Fred on Arakni.
Okay.
Bye, stream.
Adam says bye. All right, cool. We actually got it. Let's remember how to cast games, folks. This is going to be rough. This is rough. Apparently someone opened 67 L's and F's cumulatively in a single case. Was it actually 67? Because I saw a post on Twitter that was saying that like something like every 5 packs had an L. And like that's wrong. You know, there's no way it's meant to be that way. But that doesn't total 67, right? Like that's nuts. I'm curious though if you're allowed to keep count of blood debt, like by the rules. Oh, Riku, are you part of the freaking Western New York Gaming or like Upstate New York Gaming group, whatever it is, that got into this crazy tangent about whether keeping track of blood debt with a die is like note-taking? Because that was ridiculous, by the way. You can totally keep track of blood debt. Totally. Trust me, I've done it at Worlds, Pro Tours, Nats, like multiple times over, and no one cares. So if it's not by the rules, the judges absolutely exempt it. Because it's ridiculous. Like, you're not just going to count your blood debt every single time. Like, come on. That's stupid. That's stupid. The one thing that I do that people don't like is I don't separate my blood debt from the whatever else is banished because I just keep it tracked with a dial. So that has gotten me into issues before. People are like, oh, well, you know, how many, you know, what blood debt is banished exactly? And I'm like, look, I'm not chain, yo. I don't have to, like, separate all the freaking hungering slaughter beasts whenever I banish that. They're not playable. All right? They're just there to kill me. But I think most people don't grasp that because they just remember chain all too much. Anyway. Riku, no, you're from Norway? I mean, hey, it's like, you know, same latitude as like upstate New York, I think. No, I think maybe that's higher. Maybe it's higher. Anyway, we got a game. Hemmel says, I had a 17L case during my opening. Was that the case that I bought from you? Right? Wasn't it that one? The one that you're sending my way, right? I hope, right, Hemmel? Yes? Because guess what? I've opened 0 outsiders beyond my pre-releases, so I need the hookup. I need something. I can't go into Pro Tour with like no outsiders cards. I'm probably already going into Pro Tour with no drafts under my belt. Maybe like 2. All right, let's move on. We have a game. And it started off with a yellow Scout the Periphery into the Castaway loading an arrow, and then I believe Azalea was used. Someone in chat is mentioning the arrow off the top. Yeah, so that the Scout the Periphery must have confirmed, right, that there was a infecting shot on top, and that's why the Azalea player there, Joe, felt comfortable in actually swapping it. Pretty nuts. Now, wouldn't it have Dominate though? That would totally have Dominate if it was swapped in by Azalea. Right? But we saw Fred block with 3 cards, or did he take that back? I don't know. I'm like totally starry-eyed already. I missed something. This mango seltzer. So very distracting. Also the thoughts of a pizza. Fred used armor. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so the cards on the chain were armor, not cards in hand. So actually, turning down the brightness seems to have helped as well. The cards don't look so washed out, so we are likely to follow this a bit better. Issue being, I'm looking at it on a very small part of this very small laptop screen, so I've got it a bit tough. Got it a bit tough on my side, but we're gonna squint. I think that is a blue Infect? No. Blue Infect? Could it be? It's one of the assassin cards. There's definitely more coming from this turn on a Fred here. Fred, the aggressor, definitely not happy to kick off with what I believe is just a blue. I could also be completely wrong on that side. Let me see if I can actually get a pop out of this windowed projector. Oh, okay. Let's max this, see what happens. All right. I've actually got it opened on a much larger screen now. Issue is I don't have chat visibility anymore. Let me pull you up on this other monitor, or on my other computer rather. Okay. This might be the better way to do it. Cool. All right, no, so that's the frailty one. That's the one that if it hits, give a frailty, because it looks like Joe went ahead and took it. So what is that called? Wither? Yeah, so that was a blue Wither coming in. Just dealt 1 damage, knocking Joe down to 19. Giving a frailty. The frailty is likely to basically save a damage out of this next turn cycle. I mean, and Azalea doesn't have to shoot arrows. She can play other attacks. Could be Ravenous, could be Feisty Locals, things like that. But we do see a hand that has at least 2 arrows in it. So likely to mean that Joe is committing to that line of play. Frailty, gonna neg that by just 1 damage. But this turn overall, really not what Fred wanted. I mean, he's thrown out a spring load here, but there is still a card in hand. Even though he's got it on that table, it is not in Arsenal yet. It is not. So that spring load just comes in for, what is it, base 3 on the red, I believe? What a cool card art as well. I wonder if those are base 2. All right, base 2 on the red. Wow, what a weak turn then. What a weak turn out of Fred. And he is taking that blood rot damage as well. So not only did he only throw 2 cards and land 1 damage out of the deal, he also took 2 damage on his own turn. So it makes you wonder, like, was the Infect or was the Wither even worth it? Because in the end, it was still worth 2 value. It came in for 1, dealt the 1, and then is causing frailty, which is gonna, save 1 life on this next arrow attack, right? But he could have used that blue to also save the blood rot damage. So, just a very awkward turn overall. Fred, not happy with that. But he did have to contend with a really strong opening turn from the Azalea. I mean, the buff into a dominated arrow, eating equipment just like that, really incredible to kick things off. And actually, a play that's probably something Fred should have thought maybe a little bit more about, whether or not to really commit the equipment. Because now, with no equipment on the board, something even like... what's the name of that card? Widowmaker, I believe? Something like Widowmaker now demands 2 real cards to block with. Real cards. Because if you toss in a piece of equipment and a card from hand, that debuffs the Widowmaker's pump. But with no armor, it's actually going to take 2 cards from hand to do that. So when a base Widowmaker comes in for just 4, that's going to feel pretty bad. Not to mention the other on-hits that probably come through from just the flurry of arrows that the Azalea player likely drafted, right? What's up?
Did you use a hand?
Oh, I thought you were Cooper or Adam. Hi, I'm Ethan.
Liam? Nice to meet you.
We got someone new in the house, everybody. Yeah, so we're in probably like turn... This is Fred's turn 2.
Okay.
So Azalea started us off here, came in with a really strong dominated arrow. So we're kind of in the back and forth of it, but
Gotcha.
Fred's first turn going second dealt 1 damage.
Oh, no.
So definitely falling behind on this trade, but this is him coming in finally with some good reds.
Okay, yeah. Azalea going first in this format can really do damage. I mean, I just came off of turn round 1 where I got hit by a dominated toxicity frailty arrow as Benji, starting the game at 8. So I know that can deal damage.
Yeah, that's crazy. The die roll in this format, we haven't heard people talk about it quite to the extent of in Uprising, where everyone was screaming about winning the die roll, going second, just being the end all be all. But I think there are some heroes in this game, or in this format, if they can go first, right, like a Benji going first, and Azalea going first and getting the dominated off, just start miles ahead of where they'd otherwise be going second.
Especially Azalea and Benji, because they have such ability to get unblockable attacks through. Hey guys, Streamer Man and Liam, special food delivery. Oh, nice.
The pizza, thank you so much.
I mean, the
that
other
smells
assassins
fantastic.
and ninjas to the lesser extent, because, you have your hand turn 1, and do you really want to be blocking that dagger? So you might poke in 1 or 2. Thank you. But yeah, Benji just getting through the twos. Like, if you get through 4 damage on turn 0 and have an arsenal, you feel like you're ahead. Otherwise, generally going second gives you the tempo advantage. But yeah, some heroes in this format definitely have that ability to make use of it.
Yeah, but it kind of goes both ways, right? Because like a Riptide who goes second, but then is attacked into, can potentially get off a 5-card hand. They're going to play maybe a trap from hand. Go ahead, set that arsenal to get things started. I think both. There's a lot of heroes that want different things out of the die roll here. So that's a part of the game that that's going to take some mastery, because it's not so much how much your hero wants to go either first or second, but also what does the opponent's hero want to do. They have to start playing around.
This is interesting. Joe blocked with the Wayfinder's Crest, I believe it's called.
Yep.
Was able to take a look at the top of his deck. It's not an opt, so that you don't get to manipulate it. But having that information on the blocks, especially, like more so even than the Scout the Periphery, I've found it really helps you plan your turns, because after that, with that decision, being able to block after that knowledge is very helpful. Not
just the block, but also the bit of assistance in deciding on Azalea's ability, right? Because if you see that arrow, then you go for it. And if you're swapping in for dominated damage in a limited format, I mean, these games are normally quite down to the wire. We're seeing things not quite play out to that degree this game. There's a huge lead on Joe's side, and he was able to keep a huge hand. But normally just, that bit of free information, if you can use that to your advantage to sneak through even a little bit more damage, is just so incredibly useful. There's a red Ravenous, I believe revealing a red as well. I see a 1 pip in that top left corner.
That's right.
Might even be like a red toxicity from the art. I'm not going to necessarily call it that, but it looks it to me. That's great. I mean, like you said, it wasn't a true opt.
And
so
Joe
if
knew
it was
this
a blue,
already.
if it's a blue, then he maybe holds the Ravenous Rabble or tosses it as a block. So that really helped inform him to just make this play. No risk on that 4 damage coming through on a Ravenous Rabble. Crazy rate.
This is feisty locals, I believe. So really punishing blocks. The assassins have that advantage in most cases. The assassins, I believe, have the most 3 blocks of the classes available here, and like to block in a lot of cases with feisty locals punishing that. So it seems pretty good in the matchup. And Fred, I believe, did not block.
Did he not block? Okay, we might have an issue with the life because I did full screen. Let me refresh this just to make sure. Okay, yeah. So that should be updated now. There we go. Yeah, juggling a lot of different things this setup. It's not my rig, right?
For sure.
We're making it work.
Thanks for coming down. We appreciate the stream getting us off the ground here on our inaugural event.
I'm eating my pizza, chat. It's very good. Thank you, Adam.
Looks like there's some crispy garlic.
Crispy garlic, very cheesy. Did you want a piece?
Yeah, I do want a piece, actually.
Go ahead. Go for it. No napkins, but...
Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay, we have the Dagger Red Infect.
So taking both daggers there, is likely to mean Joe just takes it and says my hand was good enough to just kind of ignore everything coming my way. But dealing with 1 Blood Rot already on his side of the field and a Death Touch coming in actually means that if that Death Touch connects and leaves Joe at 4, if Fred declares Death or Blood Rot as the token for turn, then that's like basically lethal, right? Not immediate lethal because Joe can play around it by pitching a blue. But that's crazy. Like, he actually could deal enough to end the game in a different world. Joe's definitely going to play around that. There's no way he just eats it and then forgets about Blood Rot. That's not going to happen.
Right. Joe still has 4 cards in hand. Now, I don't know how many arrows Joe drafted, but the arrows have 3 block. So there is a world where Joe just throws 2 cards in front of this and still has plenty to work with on his turn.
No way. What was that hand gesture?
There's
that hand gesture was a no-block hand gesture? Joe, madman. What?
Frailty.
Fred declaring frailty. What is happening? Not like this, Fred.
Fred, I don't know. I think dominate.
I think that was. Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
If it is the dominate that he's scared of, Joe keeping a hand like that, especially with the fact that Fred doesn't have an arsenal, it can't be like a trap card. That could be the play around. This could be the difference maker then between game or not. Because it is very possible in a draft scenario, right? It's not sealed. It's not like you're contending with probably like 2 or 3 good pumps. There's a chance that Joe has, let's say, like 6 to 8 pumps, something amazing. And Fred knows. Maybe they're at the same draft table, right? So Fred has a sense of what was going around. He could be truly respecting the amount of pumps in there. So it could be a good call, but I don't know. I probably would have said Blood Rot in that situation, like, because you're forcing Joe to either have it or lose. Not lose, but just have a very different turn, right?
Yeah, I think unless Joe is literally threatening 9 dominate, you'd probably rather choose Blood Rot, because 9, Frailty brings that down to 8, which then you can survive off of 3 block. But still, usually you get more value off of the Blood Rot for 2 damage over the Frailty for 1. But we'll see. Joe with a full hand, like, could have even just value blocked some of that,
right.
Even if he had already decided to take the token.
I mean, the other issue was, though, the Spider's Bites had both connected, right?
That's right.
And he didn't declare a block on the Infect. So even though the 3 block on the arrows was there, it was going to take a lot more to really block that Death Touch. If he tossed like 1 card on the Infect, then that eats it. The single card eats it. But dropping multiple cards all in a single block still triggers every single Death or Spider's Bite at the same time. So that could have been part of the problem.
Good call.
But he does have block 1 on the tips. So there's a world where a come to fight, a 2 block, and like the tips comes out at least. But he just truly didn't opt to play that way. So I'm eager to see, because he just took it, right? So he wants something with every single card in hand. Like there is a game plan here. And it starts with just a reveal. A reveal of, what is that, red inertia shot? Maybe?
It's a Fletch. So yeah, there's some arrow in the arsenal.
Now, that is a pump 3 though. That is a yellow.
There's so far no visibility on the top of Joe's deck.
Nope. I mean, this could really be it though. If he blind swaps in, the fact that there's a red toxicity, right? I mean, he doesn't. But the fact that there was a red toxicity on there means it could have actually just been game on the blind swap. And he doesn't do it. So he does respect the fact that this coming in for 9-8, just 8, undominated is enough.
I believe it's 9. There's an aim counter there. And then yellow, I think, is +3 on yellow Fletch.
Right, but it's frailty, right?
Oh, frailty.
Yeah. So back down to 8.
Back down to 8.
But there is, like you mentioned before, a really good chance that Fred's hand blocks well. A lot of the assassin cards are base block 3. So
I believe this is red, in fact. Yeah. So there's no way. A red toxicity, rather.
Oh, but there were some yellows in that stack of cards. Yellow in a constructed format tends not to be something you build around. Yellow's in your deck, much less like adding Fletch the Yellowtail to your deck. But in this format, a lot of people take yellows, and we saw that come up right there. What could have been a 3-card block was forced to be a 4-card block, specifically because of the Fletch the Yellowtail. Really, really cool.
And because those yellow cards often have less value, those are usually the cards that you want to block with. To get them out of your hand, to be pitching your more valuable cards for pitch and playing your more valuable cards to play. So Fletch the Yellowtail actually gets some interesting value.
Yeah, really cool, because the aim counter comes up quite a lot in Azalea when you're able to keep tempo like this and just have the arsenal. You don't have to play so much around the swap in like you would in Constructed with Crow's Nest, being the way to generate aim counters. If you can end your turn with that arrow preset in Arsenal, you get the flip off, you get the aim counter that way. And it's just such a fluid game plan. And Joe being able to just take that turn away from Fred, have a card set up in Arsenal already, just pushes so much beyond what those cards baseline do otherwise. Fletch the Yellowtail just being a pump 3. Now, if he draws it up in this kind of hand, really has to contend with what an aim counter does for that kind of card.
Joe coming in with a yellow Seek Horizon, choosing to place a card on top to give it go again. Now, it's really poor value to play 2 cards for 3 go again, but in Azalea in particular, you can basically guarantee your hit on your ability. And guaranteeing that hit, a dominate with a strong on-hit arrow, can really make that value up. Especially at these low life totals.
Oh, Liam's in there.
Well, the fact that it was a free pass, right?
What's going on?
Oh, hello. Hey, Ethan.
Nice to meet you. Tom. Nice to meet you.
Tom. But yeah, so the fact that Fred just full pass, right? The block 4 into just no threat for Joe means Seek Horizon yellow, which normally feels like a pretty bad card to actually top and give go again. Just free reign here. Joe's allowed to be a bit card inefficient because he's the one who just had no pressure on him last turn.
Okay.
So now he's going to force more blocks out of this hand. I mean, he is at 2, right? So he has to get cards out of hand or he's really under threat.
I think he's just trying to force through lethal. He's going to dominate the arrow that he topped with Seek Horizon.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I didn't even see that.
And it's a Widowmaker.
Yeah. So Azalea did go through there. That's why it's bumped up like that. That was the Azalea trigger for a Widowmaker dominated with Toxic Tips. Oh my god. Yeah. Only able to block 1, and he's blocking with a 2 card, or with a 2 block rather. So he takes 5 down to 1, and then Toxic Tips is likely to give a Blood Rot in this situation, right?
I think so. I mean, he could also give a Frailty.
That's fair. That's fair to save himself from the spiders.
Yeah, and he does give a Frailty. I mean, the Fred here with 2 cards in hand, because he couldn't block, is likely just going to be activating at least 1 of the daggers, but now that is totally inefficient.
Thank you to Jeremy. Or no, sorry, Alejandro gifted a membership to Jeremy. Oh, super cool. You know, the memberships actually let you drop these emotes. I haven't updated them in a while, but they're still pretty cool. I'll drop them in chat. Check this. So if you're a channel member, you actually get access to some pretty sweet emotes. And I think it's tiered to like how many members I have, the more emotes I can add. But I like a couple of these. There's like the CNC with the eyeballs. That one's fine. Man salt. Anyway, thank you to Alejandro.
It looks like Joe's just doing it again. Another Seek Horizon with Go again.
Oh yeah.
But he has the arrow. That's probably just the game.
I mean, that's 4 coming in as well. The breakpoint when Fred's at 1, just devastating. I mean, that's so much more effective than the yellow Seek Horizon from last turn. Just coming in a breakpoint forces 2 cards out of hand. If that's dominated, it's not really going to matter the amount of cards that were taken there. But he has full knowledge of what was put on top. That's the beauty of Seek Horizon. These tiny interactions that, you know, at first in a constructive format, right? You don't look at Seek Horizon for that kind of interaction. I don't even think it came out in Arcane Rising, right? So like, why start to pair that with Azalea? It just doesn't make sense. But then it gets re-released in this kind of format, and it looks amazing. Like, look at that synergy piece. Because now even just a 4 dominate likely does it, unless there's a red piece of mind. Nope. Okay. Amazing. Very tight game. Now we got 1-1 in that first round, 1-2, and honestly, to see it come back that way is really impressive. Because it seems so over from that turn 1. Like, you missed it, but oh my god, the 9 dominate or whatever it was, where it was 19-10 just out the gate. Incredible. Fred was able to pull it back like that, but well done by Joe. Closing it beautifully. I believe he's showing he had some game plans here where he was trying to Spiders Bite into Virulent Touch. That's actually a great kind of late game play as well, right? The Virulent Touch in a situation where, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Like, you don't want to let a breakpoint through. You don't want to let 4 damage through, especially at 2. But then you also don't want to get a Blood Rot. That kind of card demands a lot out of an opponent when they're low life like that. But Fred couldn't pull it together. Joe takes the victory. Let's swap back to casters so you can all see meet
something like
Liam.
those Virulent Touch. Hi.
Look at that.
Virulent Touch is definitely hard to play in Arakni because you don't have a way to... You basically just literally have to wait the turn to put it in your arsenal rather than having a sneaky way to play it like Riptide does, especially. And playing any card and then dropping that in arsenal and playing it. I've definitely been cutting it from my Arakni decks, and, you know, in these tight last turns, maybe if Fred was able to just play the card, that would have been better than having to just wait with it and hand it. You see he had to block with it on the dominate.
Right, because it's also a 2-block.
It's also a 2-block.
So it's not the most versatile card. But man, when you're Riptide and you just say, scout the periphery, drop Virulent Touch.
I mean, when it does the thing, it does the thing.
Whew. What have you seen overall from the decks that seem to be doing well in a draft format compared to sealed?
Yeah, I mean, I put together a Benji deck myself today. You know, my first draft today after the pre-releases playing sealed, and the ninjas definitely seemed weaker in sealed. You know, you just have a random pile of cards that wasn't very focused towards either of the ninja strategies. And I was surprised today playing draft how different the 2 ninjas strategies felt. Like, come end of pack 2, start of pack 3, which is already interesting, right? Because in previous draft formats, pick 4, you better know what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
right.
I mean, Uprising.
In this format, it was like mid pack 2, and I was on ninja, but definitely at this point choosing between Katsu and Benji, and I start getting past red descending gust waves, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh man.
But wait a minute, I think I'm Benji.
Yeah, but you're Ooh, that is.
Wait, I don't want these.
And you also don't want the Katsu to get them.
Right.
Deal
So I
with
picked
0
them.
for
So I was like,
5?
maybe
Oh
if I keep seeing things like this, I'll swap back over to Katsu. ended up not happening that way, and I ended up playing Benji and didn't play the Red Descendant Gust Waves.
So what was the tipping point then in your call? Was it just the fact that you had more ways to proc Benji's ability?
Yeah.
Or just like lack of combo pieces? Like what kind of pushed it?
Lack of combo pieces, so I was getting those Red Descendants, but no Surging Strikes and few Be-Like Waters, to actually trigger them in the first place. Then I was getting a lot of like yellow head jabs and Benji value cards. The head jab line seems pretty strong in Benji because you can usually get through the on hits. Like if you play a red head jab into like a yellow recoil or something, you force the on hit. Also, yellow Deadly Duo, I think it's called, is the 1 for 2 go again. On hit, give your next thing +2.
Yeah, okay, Siri, you can go away. Deadly Duo, when this hits, the next attack action card with 2 or less base gains +2. Yeah, that's, my god, that's a Benji
really
card.
strong in Benji.
Because not only if that hits, right, you're going to proc Benji's ability.
Yeah.
Now the next card is getting +3?
Yeah. And there's interesting things, like I don't remember the card that combos with Twin Twisters, that whenever it gains power, it gains 1 more power.
Oh, yeah.
That combos with it. So stuff like that.
I played that. I had like 6 of those in my sealed pool when I forced Katsu. Like, this card is trash. Like, I didn't even have a fisticuff to proc it. Didn't have the combo, nothing.
Yeah.
But when you start to build for those cards, right?
For sure.
Obviously makes a lot more sense. Because it also blocks 3, which is, I think, the reason I had it in my deck to begin with.
Yeah. Also interesting with Benji is I started picking, like my pick 1 in pack 2 was a red Humble. And I was like looking at it because I was already kind of leaning Benji. I was like, wait, I can make this 7.
Oh my
Benji's
god.
ability.
Yes, you can.
And I did. It was nasty.
What's your last name? Or do you...
Yeah, Trodden. Trodden.
Actually, we don't have room. I'll just put T.
Liam T. Okay.
Someone in chat says, is that Liam that they hear? Andy, you are correct. It is Liam.
Andy,
Liam T.
What's up?
So are you based out of New York City?
Yep. I'm part of the local scene. So some people might know me, but most people who would know me are upstairs.
Right. Yeah, we're missing out on like 70 viewers because there's so many darn people upstairs.
Yeah,
How's
the
that
New
fair?
York community is pretty big. Thanks, Andy. Sorry you couldn't show up today.
That's all right. He's here in spirit. We got a lot of people hanging out. It's been a lot of fun so far. I'm glad they finally sent someone down my way. I really thought I was forgotten for quite a while.
I'm gonna probably have to leave to join round 3.
Yeah, no, of course. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want one more piece of pizza?
No. I'll
No?
pass.
Okay,
I did
okay.
eat
Thank you.
What did we eat? Some Korean fried chicken today.
Oh, baby, that sounds... I thought I was being treated nice with pizza, but where's the Korean fried
I
chicken?
treated
Come
myself
on.
nice.
All right, bye, Liam. It was fun.
Yep, of course. I guess I'll just leave that plate here for you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yo, what's up? Ethan, how's it been?
Terry, come jump in.
Well, how's it been, man?
It's been super fun, actually. I now feel like people know I'm here. You were like the only person who came down and said hi for the longest time.
Really?
I think everyone else just forgot there's downstairs.
Shit.
But good to see you again. This is my good friend Terry Ty.
Oh, shit, we're on?
Oh,
What?
yeah. This is what they see. This is what they
Oh,
see.
shit, man.
Yeah, so the mic's gonna pick you up. It's like, I think, a little hot, so don't be too loud.
Uh-huh.
And your name is not Liam, is it?
Ah, don't worry about it. I'm Liam. Let me feel American for one time.
There we go. How's it going upstairs? Are you drafting?
Yeah, drafting. 1-1, lost 1. But that second game, man, we were 1-1. He had 4 cards and a card left on his deck. I got nothing left in my deck.
Oh,
and we were both
no.
1-1. So he was able. He looked at my deck. He's like, I could pick Tigomel. So he did. So,
Dirty. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but-
sure if that strategy would really come through in draft. Do you notice, are most people playing like 30 card decks? They're trying to go to like 40?
I feel
Where's
like
that?
everybody's trying to draft as much card as possible.
Really? So most people are just...
Yeah,
running the
because
pile?
I'm short of maybe 5 cards out of my whole entire draft. 5 unplayable cards. And no, 6 because I have an extra equipment. So that's pretty much if you get 14 cards a pack. So what's 14 times? That's like around 43. Right? No, 42. 42 minus 5. That's 38. Right? 37 minus 5.
37.
37. So I had 37 cards in the deck, and the guy had like probably maybe 40 or a few more. So yeah, I feel like everybody's trying to
Everyone's
draft
just
everything.
drafting everything.
Or at least if you're playing Arakni, because we were both playing Arakni.
How different. I mean, you remember back to Uprising, like, people were drafting, if they were like at 27, they're fine. Like, I'll add 3 Phoenix Flames. It'll be fine. And then you just end the game in like 3 turns because everything has go again. So
Especially with 5.
slide
5 was just like just don't block. If it's decided on the die roll, it's like, okay, whoever goes second, if it's a 5 euro, 5 wins most of the time. And it was just a rock, paper, scissors. So I didn't really enjoy Uprising that much because of that. But this one, so far, pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah, I only hear good things. I haven't really gotten to walk around upstairs, and I don't know if our ambient cam works for us to really like take a look. Let's check 1 second. The upstairs camera still doesn't work. I'm gonna get Adam again to try to fix it so we can actually get a glimpse of what's happening up there, far, far away from this little Harry Potter nook that I'm in.
I said the
I know,
same
right?
shit. I don't know if you heard. I was like, yo, well, as soon as I got up, I'm like, yo, they got man saying like Harry Potter in that shit, like underneath a freaking staircase.
They saw the hair, they saw the glasses, they're like, we know where he lives. But yeah, the stairs are like literally right here.
It's literally Harry Potter. I'm touching it right now. I'm touching the stairs.
But there's this venue is actually so sick. Adam and Cooper were saying that like, you know, they had the space for 100 people. Like, why not get everybody in? So if this ends up being like a battle art one day, that's so
I don't think this could support.
You don't-
for battle hardened?
You don't
Here?
think?
No, this.
Well, they
thing is-
only have half the venue. The
Oh,
downstairs
okay.
is the other party.
Oh, I didn't see the others.
Yeah, so all this is being taken up by like, I think it's like Dominion players. It's like a board game night.
Oh, okay, I didn't
But
see
yeah,
that.
all the downstairs is a different thing. They've been walking by and they're like, "What's going on?" Well, yeah, you know, just flesh and blood. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
Yes. Have you heard of Lord White? All right, let me get it out.
But
here.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
How
Terry
you-
tie, everybody.
Are you going back to to Watertown, like tonight or like?
No, I'm staying in New York. My best friend actually lives in Brooklyn, so I'm gonna go stay with him.
All right, man.
And I'll be here like through Monday actually.
Yeah, if you need
So-
some suggestion where to eat, I'll tell you. Just hit me up on Facebook or Discord.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Thank you, man.
See you, man.
Thank you, man.
Peace.
Good. All right, look at that. We got friendlies in the building. Super cool to see Terry. Oh, Terry. Oh, we didn't look at chat. I'll tell him at some point. Wesley said hi. Terry and his boy Philip, solid folks in the Fab community. Speaking of Philip, I found where his bag is, so let's take a look. Let's spy. Let's hijack Philip's bag real quick. Philip from FaBrary, by the way. Someone asked in chat what the mats look like. Alright. This is at least 2 colors of them. Look at this. We've got kind of like a blue and a teal. It's looking like. I think there's probably a purple in here. But this is a bag full of mats. I mean, it's hefty. It's hefty. There's probably like, I don't know, 20 or so mats in here. Each one seems to be a different color. Let me try to find a purple. If someone was looking for the purple. Here it is. Although it's a bit more like maroon. Not necessarily purple. I like it though. I might ask for this one. Yeah, a bit more like maroon actually. Really beautiful color though. Beautiful, beautiful. I might ask for this one. He said I can have one. Might be this. What's up?
Hey,
Hello,
I'm
hello.
sorry. Do you mind signing my,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, jump on in. We're live. Come say hi.
Oh. I don't want to be on the stream, sorry.
Oh, you don't want to be on stream? Okay,
No.
that's fine. We'll do the card signing live. Where'd you get this? Are you
On Patreon.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, glad you got it. Not everyone got them in the
Oh.
mail. Like, a ton got lost. That's my
Really?
bad.
Oh,
That's my bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you get your luggage bag from FedEx?
I did. And that's the only reason I have a trade binder at all anymore. I just like, I hadn't replaced anything. I just kind of gave up. But then it came through. Alright, there's going to be some shimmer on that to see it because the gold's like kind of hard to see. But there you go, everybody. These are the Liga Levia business cards. Check that out. That joins the Discord right there. And Blasphemfet Full Art token. Blasphemfet Full Art is not an official fab art. I actually just scanned in the artist print that I got off Wisnu. And that's how we made the token. But there you go. What was your name?
Louis.
Louis?
Yeah.
Okay, super nice to meet you, man.
Thanks, Steven.
Are you doing well?
1-1.
1-1? Hey, that's good, that's good. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call real quick.
Alright,
Oh,
thanks,
actually?
Steven.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck upstairs. Alright, that was the woman Sant. I didn't need to pick that up anyway. Let me go say that I was busy. Hey, I'm busy.
How you doing,
by-
Marion? Ethan.
Hey, Cooper.
What's up?
Hello, everyone. This is Cooper again for all the new viewers.
What's up, y'all?
This is one of the co-creators of this whole event.
Yeah. Holding it down, showing up. I saw a comment earlier because I've been creeping.
Yeah, good.
Somebody made
bump
a
up that
Harry
view
Potter
count.
reference to the Under the Stairs, and I'm so sorry that we did that to you. I swear that we cherish you and we appreciate you. You're not a lost orphan child to us. You're pivotal to this moment.
It's okay. You know, Harry Potter's got his pros. He's got the magic wizard stuff. The
Hey, you seem like an alright guy. Yeah, sure. How have things been for you?
The pizza was a lifesaver.
Thank
So
God.
first of all, thank you for that.
Yeah, they're just another one of those weird old wrench in the works. We had some catering stuff, and then catering went away.
No way. That didn't pan out?
It's all right. It's all right. You know, weird stuff happens at the last minute. How's chat doing? How are y'all?
It's been fun. These games, I keep forgetting that,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, I have no grasp on the player skill here, so I'm just like impressed over
Yeah.
and over. Players are pretty good in New York City.
It's kind of
Yeah,
wild.
good.
I started TOing events back in like August, right before Tales of Aria came out, so I had no idea what I was getting into. Right? We have some of like the best players. Like it's
So-
crazy.
So who's here by name? I saw Yangji.
Yeah.
Is
Yangji
Yangji
Yang.
also here? Or
Yangji
Michael?
Yang is here. Michael Fang is here.
No way.
Sean Yang.
Sean
is
Yang?
Yeah, Sean Yang is here. I think he had like #1 ELO for like limited for a good while. So like,
Oh, yeah.
as a new player, it was so funny. Like building my first like Lexi deck or something and being like, oh, I'm just playing against Sean Yang. And, like how like that can make you immediately a better player is just like playing against some of like the top.
Oh,
level
yeah.
players in like the whole game. It's just such a wild experience.
So, crazy story. I was in New York City for a bachelor party. And we were wandering around. It wasn't Central Park, but it was a park. Some kind of like, like thrift market going on, whatever it was. And we popped in, like me and my little gaggle of friends, into a coffee shop just trying to get, something to keep our day going. It was like a hybridized board game coffee shop type thing. We didn't know, though. We didn't know. I don't remember the name. We walked into a Pro Quest where Michael Fang and Yonji were in the top 8. Like, just like right there. And like, I mean, I knew these guys at that point, but I walked in just like to get a coffee. I'm like,
Was this
what?
in the city?
What? Yeah, this is
like
New York
near
City. New
near
York City.
Washington Square Park, or
It must have been. It was a park.
It was like lower down.
I don't know much about the
Doesn't
city.
matter. I actually work there.
No way.
Actually, I'm the TO for that spot over there.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. Like, my friends just walking through. They don't know anything about Flesh and Blood. And we just stopped in for a coffee. Oh my god, you guys! These are my world traveler friends. Like, we were just in Lille. Like, this is so sick.
That's like the definition of serendipity.
Yeah,
That is
that
so
would-
wild.
That would never happen where I live, It's like farmland USA. You don't just like walk in on Michael Fang and Yonji. It was so cool though. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I gotta go say hi to them. I only saw Yonji so far.
Yeah, for sure. Do you need to take a run or anything like that?
No, I just need Adam to fix his camera.
The upstairs camera's being goofy?
He needs to just press the button. Let's check on it one more time. Okay.
2 seconds.
He needs to press the button, and then we'll actually be like smooth sailing. All right.
That sounds good, man. I'll be right back.
No problem. There was a picture of us on Twitter at that moment. I just like walked in. And it's like, hey guys, like you do know me, right? Like I wasn't quite sure. We'd like talked before, but this was still early days actually. Like I think it was before Pro Tour, Pro Tour Lille at least. So I wasn't sure if like Michael Fang and Yonji knew of me. I was big fans because I think Yonji had just won. I think he just won something in Poland, like the Krakow Calling or something. Anyway, super cool. I'll see if I can get them on. It'd be amazing, actually, to have them just cast a game. Shut me up, lock the key, and just get like Michael Fang and Yonji in here. That'd be sick. Let's check on the camera. Adam has one job, says Josh. Josh, your new mission in life. Track how many times I ask Adam to press the button, and he doesn't do it. Oh, yeah. Probably count that more times than I'd out of blood debt. Just saying. I wonder if we can do one more giveaway. I'd love to start doing like a giveaway after each round. So screw it. I'm gonna steal another one of these things. All right. Let's steal another.
There. Ethan, I'm gonna go and restart that camera upstairs and see if we can get that working again.
It's just doing this again.
Oh, it's doing the hit the button?
Yes.
Okay, I will go hit the button and we'll be all set.
Can we do one more giveaway, or
Hi, stream.
how does this work?
Yeah, you can do another giveaway. I'm cool with that.
Because how many rounds are we doing? Like 4 total?
We're gonna do 3 rounds tonight.
So can we do 2 more giveaways from this guy?
I think the way we have it portioned out, we can do 1 more giveaway from that, and then I will see if I can put another giveaway together for you.
Okay, because if we can do like 1 after each round, that'd be sick.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, let me see if I can put together something for it. We have tons of stuff. Actually.
Is anything in here better to give away than others, or do you?
How about this? He sent us these like really, really dope pins. There's like for the heroes, like we have a Phi and a Rhinar and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let's do this. All right, we got another giveaway, folks. We have another giveaway. So this is once again from Fab Metal Tokens. This is a Phi pin. Phi pin. It's not gonna focus, is it? I actually don't know if like holding your hand up does anything. I just see people on YouTube do it all the time. Alright, looks like it did nothing. But this is a Phi pin. Pretty sizable too, pretty sizable, like 2 inches tall. So let's do a giveaway for this one. I will have a word for y'all to type in 1 second. Let me just pull this up on my other screen. Alright, the keyword is Phi. Super easy, Phi. A hero that you can't draft in this set. But if you type in Phi, you'll be entered in for a giveaway of this pretty sizable pin right here. Go ahead. Go ahead. And then if Adam and Cooper can get it together, it'd be sick to do like one final significant giveaway. Maybe even like a FaBrary playmat. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see what I can pull together. But also, that's good to know. I didn't know it would just be 3 rounds. That actually makes my job so much easier. I didn't know how late we'd be here. But now we know. It's like 1 more round and probably just like hanging out till 11 or so. Phi. That's right, Big Dawn Blade Energy. You're here. Type that sucker in. So, interestingly enough, I just designed a pin with Metal Fab tokens. I can't say too much about it yet because it's part of like a bigger announcement. It's obviously Levia. I mean, no surprise. It's a Levia pin. But there's going to be some special strings attached to purchasing the Levia pin. I believe we'll have it ready for Worlds or Richmond or something. But it's very cool. It's very cool. I just sent the artwork in. Very happy with it. But for now, you can win 5. Just type it in the chat. They don't lie. New York pizza is pretty good. I don't know if this counts as like New York pizza. It's like kind of deep dish. There's a lot going on. It's like this thick. Alright. We're going to draw the giveaway as soon as I'm done chewing. Phi pin, everybody. Type Phi. Type 5. We're going to draw it. 3, 2, 1. Jonathan Lories has won the giveaway. Jonathan Lories, it should say in chat. Jonathan Lories. So I know Roberto, the guy who won the previous giveaway. I don't know you, Jonathan, so that means you need to follow up with me on this. Exclamation point winner should actually have like a little pop-up. There we go. Pop-up came through. Everything you need to know about what to do to get in touch with me for this win. But congratulations, Jonathan. According to Adam, maybe we're doing like a final big giveaway after the 3rd round. I hope so. But for now, let me see if the ambient cam works. All right, Josh, how many times are you counting? How many times are you counting that I've asked Adam to press this damn button and he hasn't pressed it? How many times? How many times? What's the count, Josh? It's like at least 20. My goodness. I can't handle this. I can't handle this. This is why we one-man show, like every Battle Hardened. Not really. Not really. A lot of people help. But It is nice to be in control of everything.
guys.
Adam, did you press the
How's
button?
it going? Right now.
He said he pressed the button actually, so it could be a different issue now. And if that's the case, no fun. No fun. I hope it gets resolved though. The ambient cam was going to be a big part of the stream. To just be able to show what's happening upstairs. You can probably hear it. Jonathan, if you look above you in chat, there's instructions for how to get in touch with me. So please do that.
Alright, did I fix it?
Let's find out.
I hit the play. Hey stream, how's
It works,
going?
baby.
How you guys hearing
Adam's our
about?
savior.
We're a few minutes away from the next round. We're about 6-7 minutes out. We gave our players a break to go get some food. One of the hiccups we experienced this evening is that we were planning on having a full spread of food, and we ran into some misfortune with that.
No.
It's okay. First events, things will get fixed. As long as my streamer is eating, I'm happy. Happy streamer, happy life. It doesn't rhyme, but it's still true.
That's right. If I'm happy, everyone thinks the event's going swimmingly.
Exactly.
Right? That's how it works.
And you can see, I'm talking, next time we got to do the setup where we can walk around and talk to people. It's bumping upstairs. You guys can kind of see it on the camera.
Let's check in again. They
But
can't hear us when I swap.
I'm so happy. People are genuinely having a great time tonight.
All right, they can't hear us when I swap, but let's take a look real quick. So there's actually like around that little L bend, there's like 30 more people in that little nook. So we can't even get like the full view going,
And then
but it's
in
bumping.
front of the camera, you can't see. It's not the whole space because we can't shoot it that way yet. We're working on it. Hashtag next time. Exactly. We have a full backyard that people are utilizing. In front of the camera, there is probably like 24 more people that are just chilling.
Hello.
Hey man, I'm in your Discord.
Yeah.
Oh sweet.
I'm a Leviathan.
League of Levi, there everybody go.
Woo!
Let me give you some.
Leviathans represent, handing out the good stuff. You already talked to our other local Leviathan who came down and was thrilled to get a token from you.
Oh, what's that? Oh, shit. Nice. The plasma fed thing?
Yes, I got
Oh,
plasma
dude, thanks, bro.
No problem. This is for you, my friend. Rocket.
Sick, man. Appreciate
No
it.
problem. Come find me, I'll give you one.
Alright, thanks, man.
Oh, I promised. So I promised the stream that I was gonna bring the really cool hero tokens down from Sky So Forth. I'm gonna go snag them really quick while we have them.
Let's do it. One man show. Hunter, you were great. You were great. You were critical. I'll say it, Hunter. You were critical at the calling. The callings cannot be one-man shows. Those are an exception, but they're also not the rule. It's not like I have more callings than I'm streaming. I'm a little worried, to be fair. I thought the calling indie went fine, but I don't have another offer for the next one. We're hoping. I mean, that was just kind of a crazy thing anyway, not to rehash, but I never expected to get a calling. LSS reached out and basically said, hey, we've got no coverage, will you do it? I wish they asked me time and time again. I would say yes every time. But I'm not going to go out of my way and like try to force them to give me a calling. That's never the intent. I'm happy with the Battle Hardens. So I live in that space. And Battle Hardened Richmond is going to be so sick. I really hope the internet thing is figured out. I bought a new mobile modem. And I've got the sponsors lined up. And I've got, hopefully, Sam and Punkage doing casting again while I produce. I really can't wait. I mean, we're not going for like a rambling Mansant stream for the Battle Hardens. That's kind of a problem. I don't want to be the one in front of the camera for those. It's not my show. It is your show. So we're trying to get Sam and Punkage back. We just need internet to be solved because I can't do it all on my phone if we're having remote casting, right? And that will be insane. I mean, it's like 2 weeks before the Pro Tour. It's the established CC Outsiders meta. I can't wait. I think it's going to be sick. But if I can get them as remote casters, then it is kind of like that one-man show idea where I'm like running the whole thing behind the scenes. You don't really see me. And hopefully things go swimmingly. That's the vision. Calling was a few steps early. in actually realizing that vision. Things were not ironed out at all. That was a shit show and a half, but it was fun. It was fun and pretty successful in the end. Adam's back.
I'm back with goodies, guys. I'm back with goodies. Check this out. So, I brought something. These two are going out to our players tonight. This is, once again, this is from Skysteel Forge. Steven over at Skysteel Forge. You can go to Skysteel Forge. He has an amazing Etsy. You can Google Skysteel Forge. Oh, it's up there too. Beautiful. Check this out. This is the Arakni. I'm going to try to get that like really like nicely angled for you guys.
It focused.
It did
it.
Focused. It's crazy.
It focused. Well done.
This is the Arakni Solitary Confinement. This guy is crazy. You can kind of see the detail there. It's literally nuts. It's amazing. We are so grateful. This guy's craftsmanship is out of this world. And that's going out to our players tonight. And then we have this. This is actually my favorite because I'm an unapologetic Riptide lover. This guy's going out tonight. This is the Riptide. I'm trying to get it to focus again.
Oh, no.
Do it, camera. Do it, Logitech. Oh, we got it. Okay.
Nice, so real.
You can see when that light hits that, it is just incredible. I love this guy. The backing, it's like darkness, and then you see all the etched detail.
Brickles already bought one. Well done, Adam.
Brickles bought one?
They gotta hire you. PR man right here. Brickles did it.
Bro, you and me, Brickles, I'm getting my Katsu tomorrow. I wanted to show you this too. He does these customs. This is not going out to our players tonight, but he brought it as a sample at my request. He does full art versions, not just the tokens. I'm going to try to get this. This is incredible. You guys, I'm not even going to say who this is. Okay, I will say who it is, but you can tell. This is the Visceri. This is crazy. It's full art. You have the name
That
at the
is
bottom.
insane.
And he does these brass, kind of like, what would you call those? Like little brass...
I know there's a real name for them. Studs.
studs, these brass
There you
studs in the corners to kind of angle it out. Like, it is truly incredible. If you guys want the ultimate table flex, you heard it here first. Skysteel Forge, okay?
Where's his Leviah, though? Come on.
He does it. He's got a.
He does?
He does. Yeah, he'll custom any hero you want. I came to him. He got so excited over the event. Coolest dude. Support cool people who love Fab. Support cool people who love Fab communities. That's what I'm saying. It's almost secondary that these are like the coolest hero tokens that I've ever seen. To the point that the man himself came here tonight with his brother. They hadn't played Fab in a while. It's not that they didn't like the game. They love Fab. They love supporting communities. They love doing art. But he went out of his way to drove. I think drove 3.5 hours here tonight just to play with us, just to be here. He hand delivered these when he could have mailed them.
That's incredible.
Support a man who hand delivers things when he could mail them.
Well, okay. Now you're throwing shade. I can't hand deliver every.
If this guy here is not hand delivering your stream giveaways, I'm just kidding. Hardest working streamer in
Ain't
Fab.
that the vision, though? Imagine a world tour where I could just go around and stream every event.
You know, I'm going to change this, though, for streamers. Support streamers who get random Discord messages from guys who's like, hey, I've got a Super Armory I'm doing. Do you want to come stream it? And they just go, yep.
Yeah, why not?
Let me get on that plane. This guy.
I appreciate the reach out.
That's
It's
amazing.
been super fun. I can't wait to kind of wrap things up after round 3 and just go hang out. I imagine people are probably... I've got a bunch of people offering they'll buy me drinks.
Hell
that
yeah.
sounds good to me. There's a bar like right next door, so the night's not going to end for a while now.
And now we got you loaded up on pizza. Absorb all that. Get it nice and moderated. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
All right.
goodness.
I gotta go.
Pretty sloppy without the pizza. Let's be honest.
I've got to go get round 3 going, guys. Hi, stream. Bye, stream. Have a fun time. I hope you enjoy round 3.
Oh, actually, I'm not leaving. Goodbye to Adam. I am here. Let's just hang out with the ambient cam because there's some music. You know, relax a second. I'm gonna, dance around, do whatever I need to do. Here you go. Shalom. We are back. Round 3, kicking off. I don't know who the guest is. I don't know if they'll be here when the round starts. I don't know if they'll jump in 10 minutes in. I don't know if they'll be Liam again. I don't know if it's Yanji. Don't know a lot of things. But we're about to find out the player names.
Yes. Hey, we've got Dave Lynn, who's going to be on the right, and they're playing Riptide.
All right, Dave Lynn on the right on Riptide. Dave. And on the other side?
We've got David D,
David versus Dave.
who's on Katsu.
Perfect. Alrighty.
Sweet.
With that, let's jump in. Look at this, actually getting things started on time. We might even see the die roll. Let's freaking go into the game. David versus Dave. I feel like David Lynn is a name I should really recognize. Is he the player who top 8'd in Auckland? Is that right? I could be totally off base on that, but it sounds like a very familiar name. Meanwhile, though, David on the left, absolutely just stacked with FaBrary swag. Look at that. Not only is it a different color FaBrary mat, very sexy. I think that's probably like the stock standard coloration. Looks so good. Also, FaBrary sleeves. Are you freaking kidding me? Those don't look like custom dragon shields because they've actually got color all the way to the edge. Wow. I want me some of those, actually. What on earth? Oh, they're so clean. It's just the book logo on the front. All right, Phil. Phil, where are you at? Phil, hook me up. I have your bag. I can hold all your mats ransom. I need some sleeves. Come on. It's going to be Katsu versus Riptide. So we actually haven't seen a Katsu on stream yet. A lot of variety, though. I mean, Arakni was popped up twice. Riptide popped up twice. But we had Azalea take down the win. We had Arakni take the win over Benji. Now we've got Katsu over Riptide. So no assassin on the table right now. Very interesting how this is going to play out. I just heard, I think it was Cooper in the background saying, who wants to help Ethan? So we might have a surprise guest jump in the booth here. No promises. Who knows? I just can't get over how good those sleeves look. That's actually insane. Look at that. It like gives me fuel to win Pro Tour 3 if I just like had those sleeves on my deck. That'd be the difference maker. Promise. David D. Done with the shuffling, offering up the cut. I do think these players are probably both 2-0. I don't know if this is like a table 1 situation or just the feature match and whoever wants to be on is on. I don't know if all the players have been from the same pod. I know nothing. But I don't recognize Dave as the previous Riptide player. So, looks to be, 2 new players to the camera. Potentially from a new pod. But I'm really eager to see what a well-tuned, well-drafted Katsu deck looks like in this format. Because Katsu, it's, you're juggling multiple things. You're not just looking for the zero-cost blues. You're also looking to actually make use of combo lines. You're not playing Katsu just for a 20-life ninja in a draft format. You're playing Katsu because your deck actually has combo lines that you're hoping to trigger his hero ability to go fetch. Now, actually take it back. I rescind my comment. I think that is a custom Dragon Shield D that I see at the bottom of the FaBrary sleeves. So yeah, they might actually just be straight custom Dragon Shields, which at least means the quality is impeccable and that the shuffle feels probably great. So I want them even more now, I think. We see the equipment reveal. 3 pieces of equipment on David D's side. Looks like it's one of the masks. Let's pull up on FaBrary. If we just type in mask, can we deduce which one that is? I believe that's probably Mask of Many Faces. I think I see enough of that art coming off of the right side there. And then we've got Threadbare Tunic on both sides. And we've got Fisticuffs out on David's. And some kind of Seeker's equipment on Dave's. So, very different sets of equipment here. The only blocking piece on the table, a true Blade Break piece, is on David's side. Pretty relevant because of a card we already talked about, actually, in Widowmaker. We haven't seen Widowmaker too much. I mean, it definitely was the card that won the game last round, so can't discredit it too much. But it's a card that I would think just comes, every time you see it, as a Ranger drafter, you just pick it. You just pick it. Every time. Such a great rate. The fact that it either takes 2 cards from hands, or in a great scenario, right, is punishing players who don't have their blocking equipment and actually taking real cards and not actually losing its buff due to the fact that you can throw a blocking piece of equipment in front of it. David has one play around of that line with the Mask of Many Faces. But Dave, starting slow, coming in with a Skybound Shot red. I actually wonder if that's really worth throwing, right? That's a red arrow that you're just kind of discarding on turn 0 there. It takes 2 cards out of hand, so it could speak a bit to Dave's overall game plan. Perhaps he is on more of a Fatigue Riptide type of deck, just running an entire stack of cards and hoping that he will run David out. It's a bit of a tall ask, though, because David's the one with Kodachis. Way better weapon in a late game scenario than the Spider's Bites, even. So Katsu starting strong, pitching a Yellow Surging. Great card in and of its own right. Yellow Surging is something you love to play, but it's actually paying for a red Surging Strike. So that's 2 Surging Strikes guaranteed in David D's deck, both of which come in at breakpoints, both of which threaten, I mean, hey, if that Katsu trigger goes through, searching a Descendant Gust Wave, a 0 for 5, why wouldn't you, right? And when you have it in hand, all the better. All the better. Descendant Gust Wave, don't even have to pitch for that sucker if it comes in after a Surging Strike. It is just a 0 for 5. Incredible card. With Go Again, of all things. With Go Again. Really strong play out of the gate. And in Dave L's position, maybe you regret helping Katsu cycle to actually find that perfect hand. Oh, look at that. Dave just tossing the full hand in respect of David D's damage. But this is just free reign. Katsu, scary as ever, with an Arsenal card, a full grip of 4 cards in hand. That is terrifying. Terrifying for David here. Or for Dave. Oh my god. David and Dave. Dave, though, not letting David truly get away with it. Instead of a pass, Threadbare Tunic comes in to at least throw Frailty Shot, I believe. Hold up, that might be Inertia Shot. Let me pull it up. Inertia. I can't spell. Yes, that is Inertia Shot coming in. So, actually not the most relevant in a situation like this. If David can craft this hand around actually playing out the card in Arsenal for one, every card in hand, then why don't you just eat 5 to actually make this a 5-card play, right? Inertia, not the one that's immediately going to impact any kind of damage. It's not the Frailty Shot. It's not threatening more damage in a Blood Rot. It potentially has a null effect in this kind of situation. Lamau holding his bag. Who's holding his bag? What's happening? Are you... I don't follow. I hate when I get confused from chat. Feel like I'm missing out. But I'll laugh with you, Josh. Lamau. Tough call, apparently, on David's side. It looks like he can't necessarily use this entire hand aggressively. He could be lacking some Go Again. So, no harm done if he just throws a single card into block. If it was a card that he couldn't use aggressively anyway, well, he can't put it in Arsenal because of the inertia. But still taking a bit of a think on this turn. I wish I could recognize the card art a bit better from Ninjas, but it is a class that I only got to play at one pre-release, and it was a very terrible deck. It was just a pile of a lot of combo cards that blocked 3, with the entire game plan being let's block out and try to get to Kodachi lock. It was not the most interesting game plan rather, and I did only end up going 2-2 because the deck just didn't have enough playables. I think it was only like maybe 7 card deck ish, and if I really wanted to force it and just throw trash in it, it could have gone up to 40. But that game plan is not strong enough. Fatigue by damage is a real issue. If all your game plan is to block out, keep 1 card to throw back. Kodachis. In a sealed format, you can't even do that consistently because the 0 blocks aren't necessarily that consistent in a sealed pool. But in a draft pool, that could be your strategy. But David seems to have actually put some power in his deck. That first turn was incredible. Now he's going to lead in with something a little bit more patient here. Just Kodachi, probably into the Descendant Gust Wave. I mean, if you can throw 2 card 6 in this format, that's fine. That's fine. 2 card 6. No real hit effect. It's just the raw damage. it is going to give Dave an opening to really make the hard call on what to do with this hand. Nothing was withheld after the end of that. It was very clearly not going to be an attack react. There was no floating. So Dave, with full information on the table, says, okay, yeah, there was one card in hand that really wasn't doing anything for me. So let's play around with all the other parts of our turn here, just off 3 cards. And now that is a Widowmaker coming through. So that is a yellow Widowmaker, base 3, offering that 3 pump. But if the card is blocked with at least 2 blocking pieces, whether it be equipment or cards in hand, it will lose the 3 pump. A card that is really inefficient to block without equipment up. Because if you're throwing 2 cards in front of it, when it was only coming in for base 3, how bad does that feel, right? So David, using his equipment piece here, it's only on a yellow Widowmaker though, so you got to expect that in the future, it would feel even worse to have to 2-card block like a blue Widowmaker, potentially. And it feels at least fine to 2-card block like a red Widowmaker. That starts to make more sense. This event is community organized. I don't think it is necessarily tied to an LGS. I can't totally comment on that. I think Adam and Cooper, the organizers, are both like involved with an LGS, but it's not the LGS that is necessarily hosting it. I think the LGS like donated their prize kit, and then Cooper and Adam kind of threw it all together in this Super Armory state. I think is kind of what happened. But we're in New York City with almost 70 people in the house playing Outsiders Draft. Pretty incredible, pretty incredible. Even more incredible is the fact that David has a second red Surging Strike here. Oh my god, into a red Descendant Gust Wave again! This is such a strong Katsu draft. I mean, I get it. I understand why he's likely 2-0. Although, no, we can't confirm. Don't know if he's actually 2-0. But I would expect these are both 2-0 players. And we're seeing why. David seems to have gotten everything he wanted out of this Katsu draft. We've already seen 3 Surging Strikes, 2 red, 1 yellow, and 3 Descendant Gust Wave, 2 red, 1 blue that was blocked with. That's not even counting the potential Bonds of Ancestries that he's got in the deck. I don't think we've seen any of those yet. Another very, very strong card. And this is the kind of deck that I would honestly feel really comfortable playing. It's something I'm probably going to be hankering towards drafting when I actually get a chance, is just an aggro ninja deck. Not to say that I really want to just like cosplay Fi, but in this format, I feel like a lot of decks have trouble actually utilizing every card in hand really well. So there's a lot of stumbling moments in this format where your opponent does full block, and then you draw up that full card hand, and you can't necessarily use every card. A lot of this format is about using your cards to block with effectively, but Ninja gets around that. Ninja has a great ability to say, okay, I took your turn away from you, and then with the draw up, I probably have enough go again to just continue the pressure. And I really like that punish. I don't like the feeling of drawing up a hand that you can't use effectively. It's like my nightmare. You know, that just like flashbacks to how Levia plays, where you draw up a hand that just like doesn't turn off Blood Debt. God, I hate just drawing hands that you can't use the way you want to. So Ninja seems to get around that. And for that, I will probably look to, probably draft Benji first and foremost. Seems the most interesting to me. Then Katsu. Hunter says, you're not going to Richmond anymore, by the way. Is it just because of what I said? Come on, Hunter. Come on. Richmond's going to be a lot of fun. Lee and I are heading into town. Lee is going to be my runner on the floor. I'm going to try to teach him some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I will be in the production booth. And Pankaj and Sam will be casting. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, if you went, it would hopefully be to judge or play. Because as far as like the team goes, we are stocked up. Yeah, Donald pointing out that in this set, there's also the cards that have to be played from Arsenal, which can also kind of make you stumble when you're positioned to otherwise just rip off the top and throw big hands. Riptide can get around that pretty well with his ability to load after playing a card from hand. But even so, if you can't use every single card per turn, that is just card inefficiency. Just card inefficiency. It definitely comes to bear more so for Rangers, I would think. Because Rangers don't have a weapon to just freely throw extra cards into. like at least an assassin, if you draw an extra yellow that doesn't have go again, whatever it is, you can turn it into 1 damage Spider's Bite, which then threatens more around whatever the real attack is coming later. So that feels good, but it's really the Rangers that could potentially run into issues. Where can we get the dope FaBrary mats? I'm going to track down Phil, because Phil is here. Phil is one of the main sponsors of the stream. He actually left in the studio here a bag full, and I mean full, of FaBrary playmats. I showed off a couple on stream already, but I hope he gives one away. I think that'd be really fun to do on stream. So I'm going to go pull him in after this round and try to do a giveaway with those mats, because I don't know how you get them. I've never seen them before. I don't know if they're on sale. I don't know if they're just for him to hand out. I don't know how you get those sleeves either, but you can bet I'm a beg for them. I'm a beg.
Are you wondering how to get some FaBrary sleeves?
Oh, we all are. They look so clean.
They are so clean. You can get those FaBrary sleeves in the future. I think he may be out right now, but if you become a FaBrary Patreon, which you absolutely should, because it is the best utility that I have ever used as a Fab player. It is free, which is incredible.
With new features dropping all the time. He just added the collection tracker today.
And you have talked to Philip tonight, right?
Well, I did. The stream didn't, but I'm a grab him for sure.
Amazing, because Philip is just such an amazing pal. He's here tonight. He's playing the creator of FaBrary, and he's so supportive of us. He's so supportive of his community, and he does all of that essentially volunteer. Patreon is what keeps those servers going. And
you know, the first time I talked to him about FaBrary as his little pet project, his Patreon was not doing well. He was just starting off and really wondering, like, how do I get people interested? And we had to talk to him, like, look, at the end of the day, it's about filling the holes people really want.
Yep.
And they will respect it and come to you. Like, that's the kind of community we have in Flesh and Blood. People really respect and love effort when it goes to the right places, right?
Yeah.
And so he stuck with it. Not to say it was my advice alone, to be fair. He stuck with it, and now he is massive. Massive. He started as just kind of like a small little contender to FabDB. You know, it was a site, not a household name yet, and now it's FaBrary. Like, it's just FaBrary.
Yeah. And you know what? He's still, for the amount of effort and energy he's putting out to the community and creating such an amazing resource, he still does not have nearly enough patrons. Like, let's keep those servers running. Let's keep Phil gassed to develop.
I actually think I'm not a patron, so thanks for calling me out.
Yeah, I am.
But I definitely will be after this.
I signed up 2 days ago because I realized that I also lacked that, and it was something I used every single day.
I am a patron for FabDB. In the early days, that's all we had, so shout out to them as well.
Sure.
Kirk did put in a lot of work.
All right, I'll see you soon.
There we go. Thanks for stopping in, Adam. So, not to pick a favorite, to be fair. Both have their roles. And Kirk, for one, puts a lot of work into published content as well with the Wraith Times. Whereas FaBrary has really gone hard into deck management, collection management now, as of new features today. Anyway, plugs over. Turn cycles, going all over the place here. I kind of missed that. I was staring at Adam as he came in frantically digging for something. I don't know what he grabbed. I think it was just more things to give away. But here we've got David back on his turn with a freaking... There's no way. Is that a 4th Surging Strike or even a 5th? I mean, we saw 2 reds played, 1 yellow pitched. I see another red in his graveyard. I don't know if he blocked with that card, though. It seems likely, because he's only got 3 cards that he started this turn with, right? And then 1 card he must have blocked with. So he must have blocked with that Surging Strike. So is that 5 Surging Strikes that we can track so far this game? Incredible. What a powerhouse card. And that's, of course, another Descendant. This one's just a blue. But the blue is nothing to scoff at. I mean, demanding an answer to a 3 go again card is really tough. Really tough. Yeah, and Hunter correctly pointing out, this is what I mentioned with Ninja being the class that I want to start to look towards playing. Kind of for this exact reason. You have so much more agency in just the amount of go again that you have hand by hand to really decide whether or not you want to use this turn for pressure, It's less up to just what you draw, because not every hand is going to be as aggressively workable in this format for every other hero. But for Ninja, it just feels like you can get away with so much damage, especially in a draft where you're not really fighting for cards, right? Like, it seems like he just got away with so many picks. There might have been a Benji in this pod, because because the Benji's not taking Surging Strikes, more than likely. They're kind of focusing more on the little attacks, the blues for sure, to whittle away with Kodachis. So David ended up with just massive powerhouse starters, combo follow-ups. This is a crazy deck. And I don't know the name of that combo card that was banished. It was definitely a 0 cost. Probably a 0 for 3. But a Red Bonds of Ancestry to follow up on this kind of turn is just nuts. I mean, Dave has already committed his entire hand to blocking. His entire hand went to blocking, and he still leaked 5 damage on that turn. 5 damage. Now, the one thing that can start to happen is Katsu, the more you trigger his ability, the more you do churn through your deck. So, to counter that, you need to be able to save those 0-cost blues to actually have late-game pressure to still set up a Kodachi lock. Because if all you do is throw your gas cards away on the combat chain, discarding the Katsu ability, and not close the game behind all that pressure, all the card commitment there, then you can run out of steam. You absolutely could.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Adam sent me downstairs.
Oh, yeah? We've got someone new in the booth here, chat. This is...
Leo.
Leo, perfect. Leo, we're kind of in the throes of this final game. Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
All right, good.
Yeah, there's no audio coming through. They just hear us. We're kind of in the throes of this game. David has successfully played 3 red Surging Strikes, blocked with 1 red Surging Strike, pitched a yellow Surging Strike, and now playing maybe that same yellow Surging Strike, to be fair, or perhaps a 6th. I mean, it's crazy. This deck looks fire.
And Dave is out of cards, and he still has a couple left, so not looking good. Looks like he has to block here.
Yeah, so Dave's
at least
is at least.
Is it black? Oh, it's black sleeves on the
black,
FaBrary.
so I think there's maybe like 10 cards or so left.
10.
If I had to guess.
It's hard to. It's really hard to tell.
It looks a little thin over there. He's definitely blocked a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, David's deck is also running low. The thing is, with the amount of pressure he's put through, not to mention the fact that there's Kodachis on the board of a ninja, right? Being in this position, even with a low deck, probably fine. Probably fine.
All right, but there's a Katsu trigger on the stack now.
Yep, after that yellow Surging connects, the 6th Surging of the game, I'm pretty sure. Going through his deck here, he's at least got enough choices to thumb through. The deck looks decently healthy, maybe 8 or so cards left.
I feel like the decision's taking long. He doesn't have it in his deck, the tutor.
Oh,
Maybe
well,
he's just looking for a go again combo card here.
Probably. He's already played 4 Descendant Gust Waves to speak to the power of this deck.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
He's most likely out of those. He's also played a red Descendant Gust Wave. Or, sorry, not Bonds of Ancestry. So at this point, yeah, the combo cards are probably more the dregs of the deck, not the big powerhouses. But the powerhouses got him in this position where Dave is now stuck at 2.
Right.
Dave, questioning that Katsu ability. Come on. We know this hero.
But Katsu is very different in this draft format compared to WTR.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, the combos that you search for now, they feel like there's just so much more flexibility because you can pull the Descendant Gust Wave at any point, right? And just unlock that card.
I mean, not at this point in the game, but...
Or sorry, not Descendant. Bonds of Ancestry again. And a feisty Locals in this kind of position puts a lot of pressure on wanting to say no blocks, obviously. You can't even...
Is it a yellow, so it gets +2 its breakpoints? Yeah, block 2 cards.
Yeah, I think that's a red coming in there. At any point, he's going to make the call. Just block with 2. Let's not leak damage. 2 life is bad enough when you're staring down Kodachis and a Katsu deck that at least has like another 3 hands or so left. That's the full pass. Not even playing at Arsenal.
Right. And at 2 life, you have Kodachis, so... Get your blue, 2 Kodachis go in. You gotta respect it, especially since there's the attack reaction. Having not watched this game, I don't know if he's pitched any of them, but...
No, I haven't seen any short and sharp in particular come through. Although he did pitch quite a few yellows, more than anything, because he was paying for Surging Strike into Descendant quite a bit. So there's at least some yellow threats still in the deck, which, if that other yellow Surging Strike is still in there and it wasn't the one just played, I mean, that's another breakpoint attacker, for one. Or you could maybe construct, even if it's small, with a potential blue head jab, I'm not quite sure. Even throwing together a hand where that's an arsenal and just go wide enough that something leaks through is all you need to construct lethal in this kind of position.
I feel like at this point you just want to take cards.
Oh yeah.
And since Dave has no arsenal,
I actually think he does have an arsenal. It's
really
just
hard to
black.
see. I can't tell.
I think he looked.
Oh, there is one. There is one.
You see a bit of a glint on that.
I think it was a rebel. Hard to tell.
He's
Probably
hoping-
an arrow knowing Dave, but
Yeah, he's hoping it's a frailty trap for sure. I don't think it is.
this blocking with ooh,
There goes a lot of go
that
again,
is a
just
good
out of the hand.
card.
Yeah, Ravenous Rabble and a Falcon Wing committed to defense here. And now Dave's thinking, I think this is his decision point. Does he just drop it all right now to try to go 2 more wide? Because you could at least go head jab into whatever that other card is. The problem is Dave has 2 cards, so if you commit it that way, he potentially doesn't actually end the game. Whereas if he just ends with 1 attack here, Arsenal's head jab, that might be good enough to lethal on next turn since Dave's at 1 and actually has to block every Kodachi.
And blocks with a
There's a
yellow death touch.
Yeah, yellow death touch, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
and that's
and
a
that's
piece
scoop.
of mind as the last card in hand. So actually can't even block. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Can
never mind.
Seekers.
Can Seekers.
Right.
So pitching a red piece of mind just to block 1 on the Seekers. This is once again a full pass over into Dave though, and we know that he at least has a Burdens of the Past, not to mention the other card he just pitched, to be live with Kodachis for the next 2 hands for sure. And another head jab means that even in the dregs of his deck here, he's got enough go again to likely seal it up.
Right. Yeah, David Doran looking in a pretty good spot here.
Do you know, are they both 2-0?
I think
do you know
so,
much
yes.
about this pod?
Yes. I think David was the only Katsu drafter in the pod.
Oh, yeah. It would make
and
sense.
I had talked to Dave. He felt okay about his deck, but I think there were a couple of Rangers in their pool.
Well, he's done really well, and he's
Yes.
putting on an absolute show for us in this game. He had so much leeway to just slam these Surgings and do everything he can to do exactly this, win the game. That's it, the attack react. Is Fisticuffs an attack react? Wait, that's
Yes.
actually crazy.
Pay 2 plus 1.
Fisticuffs. Yeah, wow, attack react. Pay 2, target attack action gains +1. So Dave just straight didn't respect the Fisticuffs. I'm not sure you can in every situation anyway. But if that head jab was a yellow, then yeah, tossing a 2-block was what killed him there. Well done, Katsu. Only Katsu in the pod apparently, going in for that 3-0. And that deck looked incredibly strong. I mean, ended the game at 10. And he still had like a hand and a half left in the deck.
Yeah, Katsu
Crazy.
really seems like the anti-fatigue deck in this meta.
And here we go, everybody. Sorry, let me fix your name. What was
Leo.
it? Leo in the house.
Yes.
So I've been told, Leo, that we only are playing 3 rounds today. Makes sense.
Yes.
How'd you do?
I did 2-1. I drafted Azuri and just did the pile. I didn't feel like I had a lot of good options. My first round was against Katsu, which is the anti-fatigue deck. So it was hard to get there against him. And then I played Benji and then Azuri Mirror.
Is there a mirror? Well, you came out on
Yes.
top on those.
Yes.
Well done.
I feel like my card quality is a little better for the Azuri Mirror. And the Katsu is a tough one to block against just because Kodachi's in the combo threat. My opponent hit me with 2 Surgings into Whelming into Bonds. So it's just like, great. What can I do about that one?
So how did it feel, actually, in a draft scenario? How much of the opponent's Azuri deck did you really feel like you had a handle on because you saw the cards pass?
I do feel like I drafted a lot of the value reds for like the 2 for 6s or like
Phil, come back, by the way. People want to talk to you. Okay.
the Wheeling Renegades, just the value reds and generic. So I didn't feel like the opponent had a lot of threats. I also felt that I was forcing him to block, so his damage was pretty like face up, like 3 or maybe 6, and probably didn't have an on hit. So it felt like it was easy for me to just block 1 card, present dagger, force him to block more. So
Yeah, if you can get in that pattern as Azuri, like a 3-card hand in Azuri feels amazing.
right.
Dagger present, and then swap or not
Right.
on the follow-up attack.
And even if you just have like the pump as a a reaction, or you can swap into a card that matters, like Destructive Deliberation, that makes you a ponder.
That card is
Right.
so sleeper. We saw a game, I think it was round 2, where pretty much the entire game was lost due to kind of disrespecting Destructive Deliberation. Giving that ponder token effectively makes it a 1-card 5, right?
Right.
How do you let a 1-card 5 through in this format?
I
That's
don't know.
crazy. That's crazy. And the ponder just got I think it was the Azalea player, just vastly ahead. Vastly
Right.
ahead.
And the prevention spell, what is it? Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind.
Very powerful card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the ponder, it's all about the ponder, right? Because the ponder, sure, if it's your arsenal card, there's some variance in, hopefully it's not a blue. But there's a lot of ways still around that because this is draft, so you have a better handle of the card quality of your deck rather than it being sealed and just having a bunch of junk.
Yeah,
So-
you just play your pile, I think, but
Oh, it's sealed for sure. So the ponders come through. I mean, when a Peace of Mind trades, 2 card for 4 immediately, but then giving you the ponder later, then it's basically a 1 card block 4 at instant. That's pretty crazy.
it is very powerful.
crazy.
Just having the free arsenal, if you have 1 card for hand, there are a lot of 0 for 3 or 4. Some of them have like on block effects, on hit effects. You have to respect it, and then you get the free arsenal. I think you set up the 5-card hand. It's really powerful stuff. I think it's a really interesting limited format compared to Uprising. I think at least.
Oh yeah, well compared to Uprising, yeah. That definitely paints a very different picture. I'm really sad that I didn't get to draft today. I will be playing the Pro Tour and do need the reps, but it was also equally fun to get a grasp of what the good decks look like. I mean, seeing a Katsu deck like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could draft like that every time. It definitely comes down to how many Katsus are in the pool.
Yeah.
Feeling your seat for sure. You don't want to be right next to the other Katsu. But there is leeway even. We had someone in before, I think it was Liam, talking about
Yeah.
how he stayed open in just Ninja for quite some time and really wasn't sure kind of into Pack 2 as to whether he'd be Benji or Katsu, and just left a lot of his early picks to go to what would kind of cross paths, like some decent yellows, the blue 0 costs, but then see what the reds felt like in Pack 2 to really make the call.
Right.
It sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
I really want to feel that myself.
Yeah, I feel like you want to pull the trigger on Katsu if you have the combo pieces.
Sure.
But I feel like that's also really hard to draft depending on like what's going on in your pod. I've played 2 or 3 drafts so far, and I feel like Ninja is not highly sought after.
Interesting.
Like maybe the pod supports 2 from what it
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah,
but
the-
if someone is in your lane, it makes it hard to go into one or the other, I think.
I think it was MNR who kind of put it out there that it feels like 4-2-2 is the general split,
Yeah,
especially with
that
package
definitely
creation.
feels like it today too. Yeah.
So if everyone can stick to that, that sounds way healthier than like 5 Icelanders ending up in a freaking pod, like happened to me at freaking nationals.
My partner played in in her nationals pod. Second round, everyone pivoted to Icelander. So there are 5 Icelanders at the table. She ended up playing a 6 bobble deck. Somehow got a win. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it was a
win.
funky format.
A win's a win. Take it. I had this horrible experience. I drafted with James Silver. James Silver Ceruleus.
Right, yeah. Really nice guy. I've seen him around.
Oh,
he's Boston, so he goes to Unison. I've seen him at there when we've gone up.
I see him at a lot of the around the world events. Great guy.
Yeah. He was at Indy. I saw him at Nats for sure. And he's been at my table at something else. I forgot what it was.
But I played him in like a bunch of practice drafts in Pro Tour Lille, and he always forces Icelander. Like that's just his go-to. Force Icelander and just try to win there by skill gap. And then we actually played day 2 in Lille as well, same pod, and he went Icelander again in 3-0. And I was like, so then come nationals, right? We somehow get potted up again. And I'm like, screw you, James. Like, I know you're going to force Icelander. So, you know what? That actually gives me leeway. If you're going to force Icelander, and you're like 4 seats away from me, I'm going to force Icelander, and we should be safe, because there will be enough signals.
Oh, you'll be out
There
of
will be enough
out of
signals
each other's lanes.
that- Exactly. That we will just be the 2 Icelanders, because I know you're going to force it from pack 1. So I'm going to do the same. And I tried to, like, get in my head about it. And there were 5 Icelanders at that table. To the left of me, to the, I think right of him, and then like 1, 2 removed from me on the other side. And it made no sense because we were the ones forcing it from the get-go.
Right.
They pivoted. And my pool was just weaker. It was not great. But I really, it was just so annoying because I drafted Dromai in every other event. 3-0'd a ton, 2-0 was kind of my consistent thing. And then this is my first 0-3 in Uprising ever. And it was and it's because I tried to just commit to the Icelander Force with James, just so willingly. Mistakes. So I gotta redeem myself.
This time around, though.
Yes. This is my set. We're not gonna do it again. No 0-3s allowed. No 0-3s allowed. But let me grab Phil. Who actually
right.
just popped in right behind you. Jump on in, Leo.
All right,
it was a
good.
pleasure.
How'd you do tonight?
2-1. 2-1.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, I'm
It
gonna
was a
hop
pleasure,
out.
Leo. Let's get Mr. FaBrary in the house. Phil, let me say this off camera real quick so you're not put on the spot. 1 second, stream. All right, we confirmed some juicy deets. This is Mr. FaBrary himself. Phil, actually don't even know your last name, Phil.
Manwaring.
Manward. Man Sant.
There we go.
We like it. Phil, how'd you do today? I mean,
1
you were
and 2
upstairs
on
playing.
Benji. My very first time playing Benji. It was a lot of fun.
Fun is the name of the game, apparently. This format looks so sick. I want to try to jump upstairs and get to a game, so we're going to wrap things up because we only had 3 rounds to stream today, but it was a lot of fun. And it's made even better because Phil has jumped in for some final giveaways for the stream. Everyone who is clamoring over those playmats, over those sleeves, what's the news?
I don't know how we do the stream or the giveaway, but however we're doing it, whoever wins gets to choose a playmat of their color choice and some FaBrary sleeves. You might have seen David rocking those in his last final matchup on Katsu. So FaBrary sleeves and a FaBrary playmat of your color choice.
So, stream, that is some big freaking news because they are so sexy. I'm jealous of them too. The way we do giveaways here is behind a keyword. So, obviously, the keyword is going to be FaBrary. Let me make sure I spell it right. FaBrary in the chat. Start typing it now. And we'll do a drawing after Phil and I chat for a bit for sleeves to one person and playmat to another person. Gotta spread the love, right? And then that'll actually wrap it. It's been a great stream. It was a lot of fun. We started a bit late, but hey, we actually overcame like every tech issue in the end. Which
Is there an
some
event
silver
you have
lining.
that doesn't start late or doesn't have some sort of a complication? Or
What is
wrinkle to
the
it?
shade thrown my way, Phil? I try to execute these things to the T. But yes, today we really did overcome it. Shout out to everyone who's made it happen behind the scenes. Cooper and Adam for that initial invite to come into town. New York City is like a 5-hour drive, like 2-hour plane ride, but I still made it down because there's people like Phil in the community that are just so darn cool. I had to show up, and I mean, hey, I want to make the rounds upstairs, so make sure you're typing FaBrary in the chat so we can wrap this up. But what's the story behind the mats and sleeves to begin with? I haven't seen those yet. This is the debut, right?
they just showed up. The playmat showed up today.
Yep.
This morning, and I just love the logo the artist made so much that I was like, I want to put it on a playmat. So
yeah.
put it on a playmat.
And actually, the sleeves look even sexier. You just upsize the book. Can you? I actually haven't like zoomed in, but is it possible to tell what cards those are? Like, are those actual Fab cards? Or no?
No, they look
No?
like they're evocative. Like the blue
Evocative,
one
I see.
kind of looks like a nice card.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, still, those sleeves look so sick.
So
Cooper
sorry
in
to
the
interrupt
house.
y'all. Hey, how's
What's
it
up?
going? Philip, how the hell did you do on round 3?
Oh, I lost. Sorry, my bad.
Great to know. Thank you.
Wow, calling him out.
I won.
in front of
Whatever,
stream.
I won, whatever.
Jesus. So yeah, let's Hell Puppy in the chat. That's my boy Peyton saying they look crazy good. Everyone in stream truly was clamoring to get their hands on the FaBrary stuff.
And those are going to come in more colors. So Dragon Shield messed up. They had some like printing issues, so they're just the white ones. But I'm going to have those in the same colors as the playmats.
Really? So do you actually have a deal with Dragon Shield? Do you get them?
Nope. Unfortunately not.
So you're paying like the full 25 per?
Inks Gaming has a bulk deal on playmats, so that's a much
Okay.
better situation.
Talk to me after. I can help you with the Dragon
Give me
Shield.
the scoop. All right.
There's
awesome.
no way you should be paying 25 for those. Not just for what that causes for your own wallet, but to resell them for like at that point like 30 or something feels real bad.
I've
So
been giving it away to Patreon, so
that's incredible. Hey, shout out as well. Adam was trying to plug you before. Sign up for Phil's Patreon because new features dropping all the time. Today, what came out?
3 a.m. this morning, I launched collection management.
3 a.m. Are you like awake for that? Like you're pressing the button? for it?
I was awake for it and launched. We had a box opening last night, and then I went home and got collection management ready because I want to do some trades.
Well, this is perfect timing. I mean, to launch it alongside Outsiders, which everyone is clamoring for, obviously. I mean, the amount of posts on Twitter, on Facebook that I've seen of people just opening so much of this set, getting so hyped for it. Now they can log it all in FaBrary.
Yeah,
Build
that was the
my
goal. I made it in the nick of time.
Well done, well done. Let's do the first drawing then. How about first drawing? Anyone who typed FaBrary in chat is going to be eligible for, what do you want to do first, the sleeves or the playmat?
Let's do the playmat.
All right, this is playmat giveaway time. Roll it. It's Space Moose. You should see the pop-up in the chat right there. Well done. It's Space Moose. You have
Congrats,
won the
Space
giveaway.
Moose.
So that's for the playmat. Can we show off
Yeah, there's. I think all of the colors are in there.
some of the colors? Are there any colors you don't have?
No, I think we got them all.
All right, so it's Space Moose. If you just tell us basically like a primary or secondary color, we can probably
Orange.
pull it. Orange FaBrary.
We
Dig
got
it.
yellow. That's what David had on the stream. It looks a little white on the camera, but it's a yellowy.
Oh yeah, I'd probably call it like bone or ivory.
A
Looks
pink?
real good. This one's sexy. That just goes with the
White.
logo.
The black ones that you saw on the stream. A minty green. That's my personal favorite.
Dig it.
I got a blue one. I might have given away my blue ones. There's a blue one in there.
It's Space Moose is in the chat right now. So what
And
color
the
would you
burgundy.
like? And we can set it aside for you. Okay, I actually called this maroon. Am I crazy, or is that the same color as burgundy?
Maybe they are the same.
I'm gonna look this
I
up.
legit don't know.
Now that you said burgundy, I feel like it's the correct color over maroon, but maybe they're the same color. Versus burgundy.
It's whatever hex code my designer chose.
Oh come on, that's like basically. the
I think
same
it's
color.
maroon. I think you're right. I think it's maroon.
That they're almost the same anyway, but I think it leans a little maroon.
More-
just saying,
more wine
just saying,
colored, yeah.
just saying. All right, so it's Space Moose.
Mint green. Oh no, that was someone else. That was
Orange.
no, probably
Orange is their
You
favorite
got it.
color. That was the
You
first
got
one we
it.
showed off. So well done. It's Space Moose. I don't know who's going to handle shipping this out. It's either going to be me or Cooper or Adam or somebody. But we're not going to put it on you, obviously. But let's do the sleeve giveaway. And I'm gonna type in the chat too, like just FYI. I'm typing my name in this chat. Sleeve giveaway, all right? We're gonna do one more. Let's give it like another 2 minutes to pick up. Type in FaBrary, folks. Type in FaBrary for this giveaway. If you typed in FaBrary, you're already in it. You're already in it, but anyone who didn't, who's tuning in right now, we are giving away, look at these sleeves.
Yeah, so
Look
they'll
at
come in
these
the
sleeves.
same like color combinations as the mats.
The
when
logo
they
just
print it right.
fills that rectangle so
I
beautifully.
love it. It feels so evocative for Flesh and Blood library.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's actually like some text on there. Is
Yeah, I think it's muddled. Like I don't think you can make
It-
it out.
I,
You can see
I
it a
feel like
little
I'm
bit
going
bigger
like
on
a
here.
little crazy. Like I can almost read it,
I know it's close.
but maybe yeah.
Like that
those
was like
might-
an ice card. The purple was like a Runeblade card. I gave the designer some like cards to sort of like reference with the colors and stuff.
Are you
like
kidding
that.
me? I think it's written in Korean. I could be like super crazy. That is that's not the Roman alphabet though, for sure. It's something. Anyway, this can be yours in just like 1 other minute here. Make sure you type in FaBrary in the chat, and we're gonna get you hopefully in touch with the right people to make those cheaper for you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
you.
Dragon Shield. I mean, obviously they love Flesh and Blood. They release their own sleeve lines, and they partner up with quite a few people at this point to just help people push out their custom sleeves. And I'm sure once if they're aware of FaBrary Earth or not, we're gonna make them aware because the site is incredible. So with that, let's do one more roll for the sleeves. Georgia Rhoda. You should see your name pop up in the
Congrats,
chat.
Georgia.
Congrats, Georgia. So these are gonna go to you. I don't see actually. Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah, FaBrary. Cool. Normally it shows like what messages have popped up, but you are in the chat. Sweet. So Georgia, just let us know. Actually, not let us know yet. Let me type in the command that you need to follow up on. There we go. All right, so with the command winner, follow up on that, both Georgia and the previous winner. So I forgot to mention that. And message me on Discord or Twitter, and we can work out the details on how to get this to you. But Georgia, congrats. And you said if you want access to the full suite, Patreon, right? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There
We'll
you go,
figure it out.
people.
I still need to figure out like shipping all of that. But I'll be there at every big event, just giving them out to people that are supporting the site because I appreciate it.
Very sweet. So there you go. There's a bunch of clapping upstairs. We can take a quick look on the Ambient cam to see what's going on. But then we're going to call the stream. So Phil, thank you so much for joining me. Absolute pleasure to see you again. And congrats to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for the donos, or for you donating the giveaways. There we go. Let's check in on the Ambient, and then in like 5 minutes we'll wrap it up. Alrighty, stream. Anyone who stuck around, we got Adam back in the house to give us that good old send off of this wonderful little stream here. Success, right? Would you say?
Yes, I think it's a success. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think it's a success. I was not down here because I was upstairs handing out 286 packs in prizing. So
I didn't get any.
We got you covered. Okay, we got you covered.
Yeah, there we go.
We got you covered. But yeah, so it's amazing. We were able to give out an incredible amount of prize and support to our community. We had fantastic creators giving us their products to give out to people, doubling and tripling down on what they're giving out to people because they love to see their stuff in players' hands.
Oh, I mean, Phil just came in and gave away
incredible
playmats and sleeves, just like that.
Phil is the man, dude. Like, Phil is the guy. Like, we love him so much. I do want to give a final shout out to just our specific sponsors. Steven at Skysteel Forge. He has those incredible here. Yeah, right up there. I'm gonna get the pointing down at some point. I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
He is incredible. He just gave out 2 extra mats that we didn't expect. They were like leather, hand etched, beautiful play mats. Incredible. And he told us an amazing story too about he started making those mats because at the time when he started back in alpha, literally like the first fab mats were hundreds and hundreds of dollars at the time.
Yeah, they still are those like initial Ira mats.
Yeah. So he was making his own because he was like, nah, I just want to make beautiful things and give out to the people who maybe can't afford one of those fab mats to look amazing. And they look amazing. I wish I could give you one, but they're already in the hands of our players.
Power of the people.
We have metal fab tokens. Incredible. Thank you so much for your support. Skysteel Forge, who I'm just going to keep talking about forever because this guy's the man. Go get your anything in that man's store. You're going to get it, and it's going to be the most beautiful
Etsy,
thing you have.
To be clear, right? Etsy?
Yeah, he has a website, and he has an Etsy. You order just through the Etsy. You can go to Skysteel Forge, and it's literally the best stuff. FaBrary, obviously, we're going to keep talking about Philip. Thank you so much. Go be a Patreon. If you use FaBrary, you know, if you have the extra money and you use FaBrary, support him. You just should. It's crazy, and it's a tiny amount of money per month to be a patron for him. It's like $3, $5 if you're ritzy and fancy like me. Cool. And then finally, Bearish with the acrylic cases. They gave an incredible amount of support to us. Yeah, you just poked me in the face. There
you go. No depth perception anyway. I'm blind.
Bearish gave us incredible amounts of stuff, and they're just the coolest guys. They love Fab. They love Fab players, and all of their products are custom made for Fab products. They're not like, oh, we sell you an acrylic case and you can put whatever you want in it. No, exact specifications to Fab boxes. They could not give us extra boxes, and they refused to give us extra boxes tonight for the Outsider stuff we wanted to give away because they told me we don't have a perfect custom fit for Outsiders boxes that is in the country yet.
Wait, it's no way. Are they a different dimension?
It's different. They literally have custom boxes for different set dimensions for the boxes so that it's not shaking around in there. Like, if you want to protect your stuff, they take it, like, seriously to a degree that is almost, in a beautiful way, comical if you're not obsessed with acrylic boxes. They they weren't pitching me. They were just talking about their engineering, and I sat there going, "Really? What?" Until I was personally sold on acrylic boxes.
I'm not even a collector, but now I want to slap things in.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy an alpha box just to throw in a bearish case. I'm kidding. I don't have any money.
Story of my life.
Anyway, stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ethan, for coming down here tonight and having fun with us. I hope we sent you some special guests eventually over the evening that you enjoyed.
They popped up by turn 5 each time. It was great.
We'll get them in sooner next time. Everyone was playing. I was like, "Can you go down there?" And they were like, "No, man, I'm in the middle of the game." And I was like,
It's all right. It was a lot of fun. Chat was very active.
Woo! Thanks,
everyone
chat.
seemed to just be happy to watch Outsiders gameplay. I mean, this is a loaded weekend.
"Yep."
We kind of got the empty slot here on Friday. Got a little bit lucky, but for anyone who wants more Fab content, there's the AGE stream this weekend out in California. There's the Chicago Realm Min-Max event.
Catch that.
That's a 5K. I believe the AGE event is a 1K. Both are going to be absolutely laden with talent. I mean, the AGE guys have like Chris Iali out there, Second at Worlds. Then a lot of people are going to Chicago. Michael Hamilton.
Yep.
So you can't catch a break. I mean, these events are going to be absolutely stacked. So we're happy to kind of lead into this weekend, this release weekend, with just some kickback, fun draft events. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully I can squeeze in a draft myself. I don't know.
We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, am I getting kicked out of the venue? I don't know. I hope not. But we do have to wrap things here.
Yep.
So Adam, thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you so
It was a
much
lot
for
of fun.
coming.
Stream.
See you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.